Hello, hello, hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How goes it? Vincent, 246, Autumnshank, Mirkin, Wilford Bremley, Isler? Rylon Tremanius, Connor the Comrade. What's going on, everyone? Hellscream, Matt, Civil Penguin, Intolerable Dota, the Eneva Art Luno TV, Mystic Leviathan. What's going on tonight, everyone? Huge Elf Boy, Bot Punchels. What's up, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bren333 Miller, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. How's it going tonight, everyone? Oh man, we've had some sweet spoilers. I'm super excited. We gotta talk spoilers super quick, I think, before we get to the deck and the card. Yeah, it's my pronunciation test. If I can read random Twitch names, I'm improving. Big Daddy Four Eyes, 3 months in a row, 3 months of the best jank of magic out there. Well, thank you so much for the subscription. And Bot Punchels, 3 months in a row. Great stuff. Let's play some weird stuff. Well, welcome you both back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscriptions. Big scoops here for our RE subscribers. So what do we got? Let's talk spoilers real quick. We gotta at least just gloss over some of the sweet stuff. So let's do this first, then we'll do our reminders, break down the deck, all our normal stuff. But we are playing Temur Emerge in Standard, which I'm excited for. I think Temur Emerge could actually be really good in this format. I think it could be like really good, and it's fairly inexpensive. It's not in our normal budget range, but it's pretty cheap for a deck I think could end up being tier 1. Veermint MX 4 months in a row. I will keep asking for the MTG Goldfish Jank tournament. Yes, I know. We gotta do it. We gotta figure it out. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for the resubscription. So we got some new spoilers. They are trickling out. So what's your favorite spoilers from the day? I think we had the lands here yesterday. The top 2 rows. What are you most excited for out of the top 2 rows up here? So I got to spoil Super Lucky, Super Awesome, Thank You Wizards, Solemnity, and Crook of Condemnation. And I gotta say, Solemnity is way better than I even realized. I thought about it, I was like, okay, this is a good hate card. It can do some cool things with like Kitchen Finks, Drolf's Messenger, Dark Depths. But as soon as the article went live and people started talking about it, there's so many busted things that this card can do that I missed. It's really insane. Is it going to be competitive and like break Legacy or something? No, probably not, but it's super sweet. Yeah, Phyrexian Unlife, super sweet. There's just so many things. You can keep people from casting spells. Glacial Chasm makes it so you can never take damage. So many combos. Turkey Muffin, welcome back to the Fishbowl. 4 months in a row says that Locust is beautiful. Yes, it is pretty sweet. And Bad to Draft, welcome you as well. First timer. And Bearman, another first time sub. Welcome you as well. Thank you all for the subs. Definitely appreciate it. Big scoops cheers for all of you. So speaking of combos, and Solemnity has more combos than I realized. Frank Sanity, unless I'm getting this wrong, it should be instant win combo with Traumatize, right? This might be the card. I don't know. It feels bad to be too hyped about a card that doesn't do anything on its own, but it seems like there's so much potential. Is this the card that can push Mill into the top tier of Modern? It seems like it could be. It sounds so crazy. You got to deal with the Emrakul problem, the shuffle back in problem, but I really think this card is so strong. So super excited for that as well. Scavenger Grounds, good for Commander, good safety valve for Standard, but it's not like exciting. Crook is kind of the same way. It's not a great graveyard hate spell, but I'm glad it exists and it's around for the next time we have an Emrakul or Rally the Ancestors that's making Standard horrible. Having Crook is like more powerful than any graveyard hate we've had in a long time, minus Scavenger Grounds. I don't know. Hydra, not that exciting. Neheb is really interesting, but I don't really know how to evaluate it properly. I can't imagine it being super pushed in Standard, but it's really unique, and I like it. The Locust God is potentially insane. It seems so powerful in Commander with Windfalls and Wheel of Fortunes, and even just for value, Brainstorm, make 3 1/1s with haste. It seems so insane. Grognir, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Mirage-Mirror, don't know what to do with it, but I like it. Swarm Intelligence, Another, like, probably playing Commander card. Not super excited. Pride Sovereign is not a good combo with Intruder Alarm, just so it's clear. We have better things that do that, but it seems like it'll be super sweet in cat decks. And what's my favorite card spoiled so far? It might actually be... Man, this set's looking insane. I'm so excited. It's going to be so good. Metal Phosphorus and Rookie XP, welcome you both to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscriptions. Big scoops here for our new and resubscribers. So I don't know, that's our spoilers. We got a bunch more to go. I'm super excited for the set. The set is looking awesome. I think Standard's gonna be good. I'm excited all around. I feel like we've had a rough few months of Magic, especially in Standard, but I feel like with this, if you're into this, I'm not going to go into it, but we saw the leaks of Ixalan and those cards. I'm not going to talk about them, but seem to confirm the idea that I'm feeling very confident and hopeful about Standard for the first time in a few months. Krakenox, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. So I'm super stoked. I'm super happy. It's going to be awesome. Next stream should play Temur Emerge. So yeah, I want to play Standard today. We just had the big banning. We haven't played Standard on stream in a while. Our Much Brew this week is going to be in Modern. So I wanted to make sure we got in some Standard in the new post-banning format. I agree with you, Brian. That's exactly how it feels to me. But it's like Christmas morning after you just, I don't know, had the flu for like 2 weeks or something. Like, not only is all this stuff exciting, but it feels even better because we've been in such a rough time with just the bannings and all that stuff. So it's gonna be sweet. I'm super stoked for Standard. This kind of restored my faith in Standard being a good healthy long-term format, which I was getting a little nervous about with things, but this shows Wizards is willing to like print answers and make a healthy format, so it's gonna be awesome. Anyway, let's do our reminders, then we'll talk about our deck, start playing some matches, and we can talk about whatever. So MTG Goldfish Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams, including this stream in the future. So if you want to check any of those out, we had some sweet ones last week. 4-color Polymorph was super sweet. We got Sky Swallowed, pretty insane. So check out that if you're interested. The regular YouTube, we are closing in on 100,000 subs. I think we might hit 100,000 subs this week. Thanks to all of you being so awesome. It's very exciting and very humbling and just super, I'm just blown away. I would have never thought this would be a possibility. So it's just, we're so close to getting it. It's super exciting there. Also, Budget Magic last night playing Nevermore. So if you want to lock some people out on a budget, you can check that out as well. Against the Odds coming up tomorrow, playing some Throne of the God Pharaoh. And then, of course, the merch page is where you can support the stream and the site. Pick up some tokens and t-shirts and playmats or whatever you're looking for. Oh, and yeah, last but not least, we have donations now. So if you want to donate directly to me, you have the opportunity to do so. There's a link down below. If it's $2 or more, I get to read your message on stream. So donations definitely not required, but if you are feeling generous, they're always there. So, what's the easiest way to upgrade Nevermore? Fix the mana, Celestial Colonnade. I like the Chalice of the Void plan. But that's a huge upgrade because a playset of Chalice is like $250 by itself. But if you're looking for like a smaller upgrade, I would go with those things. Celestial Colonnade, improve the mana are two of the big ones. And then you can improve like Supreme Verdict over Day of Judgment. Little things like that. So this deck, we're going to Standard. Yeah, we got to play Jund Gods at some point. I'm trying to wait for lists to filter out a little bit more, because a lot of the lists, it's such a weird time right now with the banning. So Jund Gods is the deck that I would like to play on stream, and I think we will. But I think Ruined Halo can be another good lock piece. Also interested in Meddling Mage as another cheaper lock piece. But a lot of the lists were so warped to beat Marvel. I'm kind of trying to wait to see new lists come out. So this is a post-Marvel list. It's not really built to beat Marvel, because Marvel was banned when this deck was made. Instead, it's kind of got its eye on Mardu and on zombies and some of those decks. So this is actually... We're about to get into it. So this is actually an old deck. If you remember back right after Eldritch Moon came out, this type of deck, Temur Emerge, looking to stock up the graveyard with Vessels and Grapple, Traverse. Back then it was for Emrakul, but we don't have Emrakul anymore. But our main payoff is Elder Deep Fiend. So we can Traverse for Elder Deep Fiend. We got some Sanctum of Ugins to find Elder Deep Fiend. So that's kind of the end game. We have stuff we can emerge off of. Manglehorn, Rogue Refiners, Primal Druids. Also gives us some lands. Ishkana, super good against vehicle decks, just good at gumming up the board. And then Elder Deep Fiend is how we finish it. And we get 4 Kozilek's Return, which we can just mill and then wrath away a board full of zombies. Very good against decks like that. So that's what we're playing today. Sideboard-wise, Bounty of the Luxa, one of my favorite cards now. It seems like it comes in against Control along with Tireless Tracker. A bunch more removal for aggro. If we're in a control deck that takes out removal or something, we can slip in Dragon Master Outcast to make a bunch of tokens. Some counters to fight against Control. So basically a pretty even split of Control and aggro stuff, and the Manglehorns for artifact decks. So this is what we're battling with today. Heading over to a league. We have 2 Harness Lightnings in the sideboard, but no Harness Lightnings in the main deck. But yeah, it's just a little full, and in game 1, we're looking to mostly sweep away our opponent's board is kind of the main goal, is to actually get the Wrath going. So let's do some emerging. Yeah. What? I don't have enough play points? Hang on. Do I have enough play points for this? Where'd my play Oh, I recorded against the odds today. It's always a massive... I always lose. Alright, we got enough play points for that one. It's an against the odds recording day. That's right. That's where all the play points went. I was thinking about making an Anthem Tribal Commander deck, but I can't tell how much of it should be token generators. Any thoughts? I think you want more token generators than you want anthems, but I don't have a specific number. Yeah, especially in Commander, I'd have to think about it. I'm surprised that you're not doing blue-red zombies with all the Deep Fiends, because the deck has so much card draw. It's all card draw. Yeah, I wanted to try this one. I definitely like the Fevered Vision zombie version as well. What is Against the Odds deck? Against the Odds is Throne of the God Pharaoh in Standard. You might have seen some... you might have seen some hints at that when you were looking at my deck list. But not going to give it away, but it is in Standard, and it's actually pretty sweet. The play point was more from testing various builds, and I don't play casual matches at all. If I'm playing, I'm always playing at least the 2-player queues. So even when I'm testing a deck, I tend to lose tickets then. And I also got in a streak earlier where I ran into zombies like 5 matchups in a row. And the last couple I just ended up scooping because I didn't want to have that many. Oh, deck. 1 lander right off the bat. All right, let's get this set on streaming mode. Well, looks like we got to start on the mulligan. This hand has a lot of stuff I like, but just not enough. Oh, no! All right, well, we got a Traverse, which finds a land. Primal Druid to the bottom. Inframato, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. All right, well, Traverse counts as a land, so we are going to be able to find our lands at least. IR Dreaded, 7 months in a row. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Is our opponent playing blue-red control? That's not a deck I was expecting to see too much. Well, let's traverse. If our opponent wants to spend a counter here, that's pretty alright. Opponent negates. Well, play Sanctum and traverse. And I think we just get a red source, even though it's not super exciting. And now we should be able to find a window to grapple for value. Battle of the Plains is over before Thursday. Does this mean I won't be streaming it? Yeah, it looks like we aren't going to be able to stream Battle of the Plains. Unfortunately. Ooh, opponent missed their land drop. Well, play our mountain, pass the turn. We might be able to just super punish our opponent. I was interested in trying it. I haven't actually even played a Battle of the Streams. Our F&M group was discussing that we are now getting a good chunk of less good versions of modern cards recently. So with the idea of Dominaria coming in, we're trying to name less good Tron lands. Wait, let's see. So far, the one that's one to stick is replacing Urza's Tower with Urza's Studio Apartment. Do you have any suggestions for the other two? Oh, I would have to think about that. Yeah, we're going to do this now since our opponent's tapped down. Opponent cycles, opponent cycles. I don't have any other suggestions for that off the top of my head. So the stream schedule, for whoever was asking, is I stream on Tuesdays at 7, usually like 7 till 9:30 or 10, and then we stream Thursdays at 6, usually like 6 to 9 or so. Delusional Kraut, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Urza's Basement, Urza's Twitter account. See, the chat has tons of good ideas that I did not have. Opponent still missing their land drops? Oh, goodness. Goodness. Well, let's play Vessel. Play Ether Hub. Get an energy. And pass the turn. Wow. If we can just get down Ishkana, I think we just win. Our opponent's leaving up mana, but oh, that would be so good. They don't even have energy for Ether Hub. Oh, man. Our opponent, what are they playing, like 10 lands? Alright, well, let's crack our Vessel. I mean, I guess we just take Ishkana and just start slamming Ishkanas. I made this sick mono blue Tron deck. Can I send you the list in case you want to give it a whirl? Yeah, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Feel free to send it over. I have a problem with this deck. I'm short 2 Fiends. Do you think Decimator of the Provinces or Distended Mindbender are good options? The exact deck that I'm playing, I don't know if you could make it work. Distended Mindbender would be really rough on the mana. Man, I really don't. Our opponent would have cycled Sensor, right? There's no way they're holding Sensor. We gotta do it. I mean, if they encounter it, they encounter it. Actually, all right. I guess we don't have to do it. I guess we can just start beating down with Lumbering Falls. That's not like insane, but this still puts our opponent under a lot of pressure, and we're 2 turns away potentially from World Breaker, which is gonna kill another one of our opponent's lands. So hit our opponent down to 17. Wretched Griff. Yes. Wretched Griff is probably the best substitute. It doesn't make up for Elder Deep Fiend, but I think that is the best substitute of the bunch. Now we'll play Ishkana, since we are at least playing around Censor. They need actual Essence Scatter. They do have actual Essence Scatter. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, our opponent has just not found lands. Oh my goodness, they're still not finding lands. Well, luckily for them, we're drawing mono Kozilek's Returns, which are doing basically nothing. Ishkana 2. Alright. There we go. Ishkana down. That speeds up our clock quite a bit. Will Pride of Sovereign put Cat Tribal over the top in Modern? I think Cat Tribal might be a little bit further away from over the top than just a Pride Sovereign. But it's a powerful card. And I think it might make Cat Tribal somewhat playable in Standard. I don't know if it'll be Tier 1, but I think it'll make it a deck you can do. The problem with Decimator in this deck is we don't have that many creatures. I view Decimator like I view Craterhoof Behemoth, where you kind of want to go wide with creatures to really take advantage of it. And I just don't know if we have enough. Primal Druid, I guess, can technically attack, but it's super tiny. Then we have our 3-drops. I guess it's good after Ishkana with the tokens. So I guess you could play one of, but I don't think it makes up for Elder Deep Feed. That Grixis Cruel Reality Control I sent you a few weeks back is doing great in paper. A few more tweaks. Now that Marvel is banned, more anti-aggro spells. Can't play it online since it's 300 ticks. Well, awesome, Psycho Smurf. Yeah, it probably is kind of expensive online. I want to have another standard deck like Budget Emiria deck or Budget Enigma Drake, but I'm scared of building one because of rotation. Help me if you can. So I think you could build a Enigma Drake deck that even if you lost stuff at rotation, you wouldn't lose any high value stuff. So I'd probably head that direction. The big one is going to be Thing in the Ice, which will rotate in the fall and is somewhat expensive. But I think if you do Enigma Drake, Bedlam Reveler, some of the blue thing, Cryptic Serpent or whatever it is, a bunch of cheap spells, I think that could be a good way of doing it. I've now been playing Magic for 2 years and constantly buy and play at an LGS, but recently haven't had the time to play. Do you think it's worth it to buy and start playing Moto? I do. I'm a huge Magic Online supporter, and it's very worth it for me, and it's super good if you don't have a lot of time for getting to the LGS. Mira Kilke, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. All right. We got a sideboard. Negates come in. Dispels come in. Bounties hopefully come in. What are we going down? Manglehorn, we go down. Kozilek's Return, I think we go down. And Baral's Expertise, we go down. The only other card I'm interested in is this Tireless Tracker, but I'm not sure. I guess we can go down Primal Druid now. Without Kozilek's Return, we're not as emerging is not as essential. So maybe we just play like this, and we're kind of like a weird blue-green Elder Deep Fiend deck with Bounty. Yeah, I mean, I think that's as good as it gets for this matchup. Whew, made it. Here's a link. Oh yeah, I gotta redo the Getting Started series. Again, deck. Alright, well, we get to Traverse. We got our Traverses, so I guess this is actually fine. We'll keep it. With Aetherworks Marvel gone, is it time for Eldritch Evolution again? Ooh, it could be. I think it's probably worth considering at least. Well, Forest, Traverse, get a Island, pass the turn. How much will Grim Falayer cost after rotating out? I think it'll be pretty cheap once it rotates. Let's Traverse. If our opponent wants to counter it, fine. If not, we can get a Forest and Vessel. I think it'll go down quite a bit. It won't be free because... yeah, that's fine. It won't be free because it does see a bit of play in Modern. But I think it'll be maybe, I don't know, $5, $7. Went 6-0 on day 2 of GP Vegas. Finished 74th at 12-3. Awesome, Alara Unborn. What GP was that? What format? All right, let's Rogue Refiner. See what happens. Opponent only has 4 cards in hand, so it's going to be hard for them to just counter every single thing. It feels like we should be able to run them out of action at some point. Put Dragon Master Outcast in the control matchup. If it lives for even 1 turn, it's insane. Yeah, maybe I should have found room for it. I've been tinkering, and I think I have a pretty good Blue-White Emeria deck. Can I send it to you in case you want to try it out? Yeah, definitely. I love Blue-White Emeria. So yeah, Saffron Olive at mtggoldfish.com. We will keep Rogue Refinery. Our opponent will keep countering our Rogue Refiners. They're down to 3 cards, though. They're going to run out at some point. Do you think that the Blue-Black God will have, whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a -1/-1 counter on target creature for an infinite combo with all 3 gods out? Wait, how would that make an infinite combo? Oh my lord. And now we're not hitting our land drops. Our opponent's down to 2 cards, though. Well, there's a land. Well, we're just going to go for it. I really want this bounty to resolve. We're going for it. Play bounty. Have we ran them out of counters yet? Answer appears to be no. Opponent's down to 1 card, though. Another land. Last card's probably Torrential Gearhulk. Well, let's play Vessel. Crack Vessel. Grab a forest. Play the forest. Pass the turn. Yeah, they have an insane amount of counters, apparently. Opponent passes. Well, let's grapple. Get back a... I guess just Rogue Refiner's fine. Play Rogue Refiner. We just gotta run our opponent out of cards eventually. Has anyone ever told you that they brought Freewind Red to a GP or large event like that? It's so good, but I never see people playing it. Opponent has Void Shatter. Alright, well, let's grapple. Get back. Yeah, we'll just take another Rogue Refiner. Pass the turn. Oh, this is so annoying. So I know that people on the MTG Salvation forums have been updating and working on the Freewind Red deck. And I think some of them have had success. Oh my god. Have had success with their builds of it, which are a little different than mine. Someday our opponent's going to draw a non-counter. Opponent cycles. They got to hit like 2 lands in a row at some point. It's got to be a thing that happens. There's a land. Alright, Ishkana. Oh, we did it! We did it, boys and girls! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 counters out of 17 cards? Oh my goodness. Whew. But now we got it. We stuck a threat, and that should mean that we win the game. So go attacking. Hit our opponent. And now we get to play Tireless Tracker, have Deep Fiends up. So play Tireless Tracker. Opponent glimmers. Holy counters. Thinks Trinisphere is stronger than Blood Moon effects for the lock. Interesting. In Modern? I think it is very matchup dependent. Trinisphere can be very good in some matchups. You probably could find a way to play both, I guess. Let's just pass. We have Ether Hubs and Energy to activate. So we Man, I don't know, my voice is... I'm losing my voice today. For some reason. So we do have the ability to activate thanks to Ether Hubs. Ooh, more grapples. That's sweet. Well, let's go attacking. See what our opponent does. I mean, we're getting pretty close to just killing our opponent. They found Torrential Gear Hulk. Good golly. For Glimmer. Cast the Glimmer. Bottom, top. Yep, eats a Shikana. Well, play another Ishkana. Make some more spiders. Now we might actually be able to get the Drain win. Ether Hub adds a mana of any color, but you have to spend an energy to do it. So right now we only have one energy because they countered all of our rogue refiners. Well, there goes our spiders. I think we just Elder Deep Feed. So, Emerge Ishkana. Tap down our opponent's lands. Did they find another counter? Oh my god. Alright, they found another counter. This match. The number of counters our opponent's drawn is absolutely absurd. So I really hope we win this game, because I don't want to keep dealing with this. And we haven't milled our... Huh. I mean, I guess we just got Ishkana again. World Breaker could be good, but play Ishkana. Make some spiders. They gotta whiff eventually. It's gotta happen. Play the forest, pass the turn. Scorch Skid, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for Art, new subscriber. Bionic Broccoli, yeah, I saw the deck was sweet. As far as playing on stream, it's not impossible, but I get so many decks and we only do a couple streams a week, so just as far as the odds go, it's probably unlikely just for that reason. Well, attack with most things. Of course. Opponent. Oh my god. There is some absurdity to all of this. Oh my goodness. I mean, our opponent's got to draw lands eventually. It's got to happen. It's a actual fact of life that there are lands in our opponent's deck, and they're going to have to draw them instead of counter spells at some point. So, cast an Elder Deep Feed. Oh my god. Tap, 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 tap. Sooner or later, they're going to not have a counter. I don't know how many more can actually be in their deck. Well, they found one this time. Tap everything down. We attack with everything. Hit our opponent. Down to 6. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. They found a Glimmer. Ugh! Alright. Well, I'm sure they found more counters by now. But we will Elder Deep Fiend. I mean, resolving Deep Fiend on our turn doesn't really do anything helpful. Then we just get beaten down by Gearhulks and lose. Iona Space, 2 months in a row. Is there any reason you aren't running Scrap Heap Scrounger in this deck? 2 types for Delirium, cost 3. Emerge Time Walk, you really need to reanimate. You have Ether Hubs. I just don't think there's enough room, and it's not... Wow, and it resolved? Okay. Sure. Opponent has Arnis Lightning. And, oh, they drew a Chandra. Ugh. I don't think that's correct. And that's game. Well, that was fun. And we scoop it up. I think you're really misunderstanding how Elder Deep Fiend works. Just casting it as a 5/6, it doesn't do anything there. Our opponent has multiple Gearhulks. We can't get through them. So there's literally no value to just being like, I'll main phase and Elder Deep Fiend. That doesn't do anything. We're in round 1. We're 1-1 in our first round, and our opponent just had an insane number of counters in that game. It's all good, Apes of Wrath. All right, on to game 3, and I think that was just a super counter heavy draw for our opponent, so it's probably unlikely that that same lining up of counters happens again. Well, let's just play Ether Hub. Get down a Primal Druid. Doesn't do a whole lot, but we could emerge from it. Do you think Wizards could have unbanned Emrakul, then ban Marvel? No. I mean, I think that it is true that if Wizards had printed the Graveyard Hate that they've started to print, that Emrakul probably would not have needed to be banned. Hey, Vivitus SC, 5 months in a row. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber, or resubscriber, I guess. So I think that's the big thing, is there wasn't Graveyard Hate, which was a big problem. Jeez. We know Tireless Tracker is going to get countered. Let's just play a Forest, pass the turn. We're actually getting pretty close to being able to Deep Fiend, tap down our opponent, untap, Tireless Tracker. I think it looks like, apparently, potentially a pretty big difference between being on the play and being on the draw here. Because it seems like it's going to end up having a massive impact with how this game turns out. So we just pass, play an island, pass the turn. Now in our opponent's upkeep, we get to Time Walk them. And then we get to Tireless Tracker, get a clue, grapple with the past, all that fun stuff. Alright, so Deep Fiend time. Sack our, we also get a land here, which is nice. So sack our Primal Druid. This is what our deck's wanting to do. Tap our opponent out. No counter spells for you next turn, opponent. Our opponent probably will counter it. Yep, there's Void Shatter. Sure. We get a land. We don't need mountains. We will just get an island, I think. We do have the Umbrella negates. The best of the negates. So opponent's tapped out. This means for sure we get to resolve things. Like Tireless Tracker to start getting clues. Opponent plays an island. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, play Tireless Tracker. Play an Ether Hub. Get a clue. This is where we want to be. And we'll just pass the turn for now. And we even have our Umbrella Negate to keep things under control. Can you subscribe directly from the Twitch app? I think so. Could you, if you have the time, do a video on cards in Standard you had some expectations of, but never got the opportunity due to infinite combos and turn 4 win decks? Yeah. Could probably do that. What do we want to do here? We can negate it. That's probably a bit greedy. I think we just grapple it back. So opponent kills Tireless Tracker. That's fine. Now we'll just grapple. Get back our Tireless Tracker, most likely. Yeah, if we sack for Deep Fiend, it probably would have been countered, and we wouldn't have gotten much value from it. Question is, do we negate here? I think I'm going to. It's a little risky, but we're going to do it. Negate, so we get our grapple. Get back. And now I think we just take Rogue Refiner. Yeah, let's take Rogue Refiner. Play Rogue Refiner. Draw a card. Yeah, let's just pass. Yeah, I don't know why we have so many Nissas in our current Standard. Wizards does seem to be pulling back on Gatewatch Planeswalkers, though, which is pretty nice. Elder Deep Fiend, again. Tap our opponent's stuff down. They appear to have more counter. Oh, no counter. All right. Elder Deep Fiend coming down. That's a good sign. I think we might be getting there. I think it's happening. Yeah, there will be another Jace, and I'm sure we'll have more Nissas in the future, but it seems like they are trying to chill out a little bit as far as Gatewatch Planeswalkers. Opponent does not have a land? Oh, goodness. And Ishkana? Whoa! Okay. Well, get in with Elder Deep Fiend, hit our opponent. And since this is blue-red, they don't have hard wraths. So we get to play Ishkana, make a bunch of spiders. I think we might be turning the corner. Opponent cycles. We get some spiders. Play our Vessel while our opponent's tapped out. Oh, man. I'm going to be very happy that we beat this deck. Well, we'll see. I'm feeling better about where we're at now. After that second game with mono counters, this isn't the matchup that this deck, I think, really wants to be playing. We want to be playing like zombies and Mardu and stuff. Starting Ixalan, they said there are more conscious of using non-Gate Watcher walkers. Yeah, actually, Marrow just had a post this week that pretty much said Planeswalker decks are going to be weighted towards having the Gatewatch Planeswalkers, and then the sets are going to be weighted towards non-Gatewatch Planeswalkers. And it'll still go back and forth, and it's not... There will be exceptions, but I think that's a good plan. I think Gatewatch Planeswalkers for the Planeswalker decks makes all kinds of sense. Alright, there goes Elder Deep Fiend. Well, hopefully we can finish this off. Well, let's attack with everything. Hit our opponent. Crack our Vessel. Let's just take Sanctum. Play Tireless Tracker. Play the land. So now we have 2 clues that we can sack. Pass the turn. Opponent's down to 9. How much do you think budget mana hurts 3-color decks? Is it even worth it? It does hurt them a lot, but it is still worth it, I think. I'm pretty sure that you can still do it, but it definitely does knock them down quite a bit in terms of how competitive they are. And it looks like our opponent's to the Gearhulk plan. Well, let's sack a clue. Draw a card. Land. Oh, it's Deep Fiend. Play a mountain. Get a clue. I think this is this game? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 9. Yeah, I think this does it. So we attack with everything. I'm assuming our opponent's plan is to Gearhulk here. There's the Gearhulk. Yup. Now we can Deep Fiend tap down Torrential after Harness Lightning, or see what it's targeting at least. Targets Tireless Tracker. Well, we'll sack it. So, sack Tireless Tracker. Tap, 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 tap. So I guess that's not just lethal, but it's super close. Opponent's down to 3. Let's sack a clue. And pass the turn. Opponent was probably playing Aetherworks Ulamog deck because the ban, they became salty and turned to blue-red control. Yeah, that could be. We didn't have enough mana to drain for lethal. Ishkana cost 7 mana, and we had to spend 4 on Elder Deep Fiend, so we only had 5 mana untapped. We can drain on our upkeep, but this costs 7 mana. 7. And we had to Deep Fiend there, or we would have lost all of our bigger creatures, Ishkana, and our Tireless Tracker. Have we ever considered doing a Pauper stream? I don't know. I think we've maybe done one. It's possible we do another one if I come across a deck I really want to play. But it's not the most popular of formats. Well, now we can go potentially for the drain win. I think we just attack with everything and then try to drain. Makes it harder to get blown out by removal. We will crack our clue. Ooh, Traverse. I guess we just do that. That's probably better. Yeah, let's do that. Traverse, get our World Breaker. World Break, Torrential. And we got the GGs. Whoo, goodness. Oh, we got there. We likely would have had it by draining, although theoretically our opponent could double Magma Spray on spiders and go to 1. I guess after, that's why I would have done it after attacking, because I think that would have made it work. Congratulations on your spoil vid being shouted out by Wizard. Don't know if they've ever done that before, but never noticed before. Yeah, that was super cool. It was sweet. I'm glad that they did that. Definitely made me, I guess, it seemed to suggest they must have somewhat liked the article. Because if they didn't, they probably wouldn't have tweeted it. How much value do you think Gideon Ally of Zendikar will maintain after rotation? We have a couple of Harness Lightnings in our sideboard, but none in the main deck. I think Gideon, what's Gideon right now, around 20? I should probably check the price before I say too much. It's another card, like Grimflayer, that will definitely decrease. Yeah, it's about 18 right now. Maybe 10 would be a floor-ish. Because it does see play in older formats, so I don't think it's going to go much further than that, but... How competitive is the Nevermore deck? It's It's semi-competitive. Could you win a GP with it? Probably not. Definitely not without a lot of upgrades. But could you take it to F&M and keep up with decks? The main problem with it that I found is it can be inconsistent. Like, Ghostly Prison's Fear of Safety is free wins in some matchups and then not very good in others. And Nevermore and Gideon's Intervention are free wins in other matchups, but not very good in the matchups where Sphere of Safety and Ghostly Prison are good. So the main problem we run into, apart from just normal clunkiness here and there, is just drawing like the wrong half of our deck at the wrong time. Well, Injectorello, you should, if you have feedback, you should probably send that to contact@mtggoldfish.com. I mean, I can pass along the feedback, but I don't actually run the MTG Goldfish Facebook account. So you would get it to the right people if you wanted to do that. What's your email? I want to show you a deck I've been working on. saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com. Oh, man. It really is Temur Mulligans. Whoever said that at the beginning of the stream was completely right. We've mulliganed every round. We got to put Deep Fiend to the bottom. Play either of. Get an energy. Hopefully we're not playing Blue-Red Control again. I guess we just got to spend our Traverse here. Get a Forest. Pass the turn. Oh. No, 10-0's a typo. That's a typo. We're 1-0. I forgot to delete the 0. That was an impressive round. Sheltered Thicket. Alright, Primal Druid's okay. Oh no. Is this New Perspectives? I don't know if our deck can beat New Perspectives. How do you feel about Aetherflux Reservoir decks in Standard? Just built mine. Want to know your input. I think they've gotten better with the bannings. Okay. It's an energy deck. Well, let's play an island, play a Rogue Refiner, draw a card. So many Rogue Refiners, pass the turn. So I think they've improved with those changes. Opponent has a Servant. No attacks. Well, play Sanctum. I guess we attack. I really want to try. I would love to just get both of these creatures with a Kozilek's Return. Wow, opponent's just going to block with Servant? Alright, well, I guess we just Rogue Refiner again then? I can't believe our opponent blocked there. They missed their land drop and chumped with Servant to save 3 damage. That's... Oh, Burl's Expertise! That's a draw. Are we playing the non-budget Nevermore deck sometime? I think we could play that in the future, potentially. Opponent getting some more energy. Well, we're definitely blocking with Primal Druid to get another land. So block with Primal Druid. We don't have Delirium yet. Opponent pumps. Yep. We'll grab a Mountain. Sanctum of Ugin. How do we do this? You want to break Panharmonicon? Mono Blue Eldrazi Panharmonicon. That sounds super sweet. Justin PK, double check that you're still up for notifications. If you are, then it's just Twitch being questionable. They do that sometimes. Hey, well, awesome, drummer. Been playing Blue Control build F&M PTQ standard before ban. How do you feel now after the ban? Seems like I like it even better. I mean, if you can beat zombies and vehicles, then it's probably pretty well positioned right now. What am I most excited for in Hour of Devastation? I think Solemnity is still my favorite. Chaining Deep Fiends is so good. We also have Traverse to find them. I mean, I think we're just going to Rogue Refiner. Rogue Refiner is a pretty good creature to pick back up next turn. So let's just Rogue Refiner, draw a card. Ooh, that's a deep feed. Pass the turn. Now, in theory, next turn we can bounce Rogue Refiner along with the Long Tusk Cub and something else our opponent plays. Opponent. Okay. Well, our opponent's doing their energy stuff. Ugh. Well, we might just have to play this Ishkana. Oh, it doesn't even get around Long Tusk Cub. Sanctum. We get 0 value from Kozilek's return. We can't block with Ishkana. We don't have Delirium. Oh, this is miserable all the way around. I mean, I guess we just play Ishkana and take our beats? Oh my god. That can't be... That feels bad. Ishkana does potentially let us start chaining Elder Deep Fiends. Saffron Olive at mtggoldfish.com. I hope you 5-0 today. First time I got to go from work to watch. Brazil says hello. Well, hello from the U.S. Rena Cavallero. Man, I butchered your name. I'm so sorry. Apologies. Apologies from the U.S. to Brazil. Oh, man. All right, opponent gets in for 5. We're down to 11. They still haven't drawn a land. Now, there's a land. Tapped. And Servant of the Conduit. Primal Druid. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, can we just Primal? 1, 2. Yeah, let's do that. Primal Druid. This works. Get in with Ishkana. Hit our opponent. And now we can just Deep Fiend. We can just Deep Fiend the Primal Druid. And that's even better. So Deep Fiend Primal Druid. This gets us another land. Also, tap. Tap, tap, tap. Yeah, that works. And we get another Sanctum. Or we get to sack our Sanctum to get a... Jeez. Yeah, I guess we just Elder Deep Fiend. I think chaining Elder Deep Fiend should win us this game. Tap stuff down. Get a land. This is what the deck wants to be doing. Just finished this Esper Control token deck built around the synergy between Temet and Dreamstealer. It's supposed to be budget-friendly and survive rotation. Ooh. That's a pretty sweet synergy. I hadn't even thought about the possibility of Temet and Dreamstealer. If you can make it a token and make it unblockable, that's going to empty your opponent's hand super quick. I like the idea. When will we play Monumental White? So we got to wait. We have to wait to see if it's going to be the Mucha Brew videos. I considered playing it tonight, but that's the reason I didn't. We got to wait and see because it's not early enough to know which deck tech is the best. Possibly Thursday, if not next week, for a stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, Elder Deep Fiends. I think this is just the game. Elder Deep Fiend doing some Elder Deep Fiend things. We can just hardcast this one. Oh, well, there was some clunkiness, but with Elder Deep Fiend, it doesn't matter. What is my favorite deck ever? I think my all-time favorite deck ever is still Freewind Red for Modern. Have I ever been told I sound like Nick Kroll? I am going to Google Nick Kroll, because I don't know who that is. But I don't think so. I hear people say all different kinds of things. Some of them are flattering. Other ones, not so much. Some people say I should be like... some people have said I should do cartoon voiceovers for kids' cereal commercials. Various YouTube people. Other people just say, like, Hey, I love your content, but I'm not going to watch you because I hate your voice. Just blunt and to the point, so I appreciate that feedback as well. Although that's not like I can do anything about it, but the life of a YouTuber. Oh, fun. Oh, well, thank you. Hey, see ya, Andre. Have a good night. Oh, Esper Obsidat is much a brew this weekend. It is the videos. It was the winning deck tech, and oh, I love that deck. That deck is so good. Blusterbutts, I did not make it to see Ween. I had stuff going on that weekend, but I have to take vacation at some point this summer. So I was considering using my vacation to go out to Colorado next month and watch Ween at Red Rocks and do other stuff. I have friends I'd like to visit in Colorado anyway. So it'd be kind of a combo. But if I was going to do that, I would try to time it around being able to see Ween at Red Rocks, because Ween is awesome and Red Rocks is awesome. So sounds like a win-win. Just kind of cutting random cards here and there. Yeah, we'll go down. Let's try it like that. We made it. We made it. How would I feel about a Stoneforge Mystic unban? I think that for Stoneforge to be unbanned, we would need Batterskull banned. I think that's the big thing. Yeah, Red Rocks is super amazing. Play a Forest, play a Vessel, and Pestern. After watching you so much, whenever my opponent plays something, I narrate it in your voice. Well, I'm honored. Ether Hub. Unfortunately, on the draw, we can't kill this Long Tusk Cub. So it's going to start making annoying energy. Ishkana, though, can clog up the ground pretty good. Seth, do you make all your decks, or do you use other players' deck lists? So it's a mixture. The streams are mostly other people's decks. So the Instant Deck Tech series is other people's decks. If you watch them, I always say whose deck it was, what tournament it was played in. So the Instant Deck Techs are other people's decks. And then the Instant Deck Techs, we usually play one a week on stream. And then we usually play one a week on Mucha Brew. Whatever the most popular one of the week goes to Mucha Brew. So those are not my decks. Against the Odds is almost 100% my decks. And when I say my decks, I mean I built them. I've had people be like, oh, well, I've seen this before. And that's probably true. There's only so many Magic cards, and I'm not at all surprised if someone has come up with similar ideas, but I do build them from scratch. I don't just copy lists. And Budget Magic is mostly my decks, but occasionally, if there's a really cheap deck that's doing good, we play that as well. This is Modern Abzan I've been working on for months. Ooh, spicy. Opponent, going attacking. Well, we got to trade with Rogue Refiner since we can't kill Long Tusk Cub. Opponent bumps it. Thopter Amiri on Thursday. Yeah, I don't know. I also want to do a Vintage Cube stream at some point. I don't know exactly when it'll be. I think we're just going to lose to this Long Tusk Cub. That's kind of brutal. It's actually going to be outside of the range of Kozilek's return, which is super brutal. Oh, it's so big and we can't kill it. And a Glorybringer? Oh, God. Well, I think that's game. We just got absolutely buried being on the draw against Longtusk Cub. Yeah? I don't think there's anything we can draw here. Oh my goodness. We don't even have Delirium, so Ishkana doesn't do it, and that's the game. Wow! Yeah, Brawl's expertise would have been... Actually, no, they would have just replayed Glorybringer, so that wouldn't have even worked. Well, that was... You can see... Oh, man. Longtusk Cub is another super high variance card. It's either completely unplayable and constructed, or it's just game winning. There's very rarely in between when it comes to Longtusk Cub. How much will Liliana the Last Hope cost after rotating out? I think Liliana will drop less than the other cards. I think it's like 35-ish right now, and maybe 20-ish? 25? Somewhere in there? Oh, well, the exclamation points are working. Welcome, going solo. I knew there was a reason I always put so many exclamation points, and it's paying off with viewers. All right, run it like that. Yeah, I think 2025 is where I would peg it. Yeah, we'll play first. Well, we have Confiscation Coup, which is good. Not much else. We're not going to traverse yet because we have 1,000,000 mana. We also, since we're on the play, in theory, Rogue Refiner trades with Longtusk Cub, which is huge game. I think Liliana is still going to lose at least some value over the short term. I think it's unlikely that it doesn't lose any value. How do you feel about this super spicy brew I created from Alex S? Ooh. Play the land. Alright, I think we're still just going to Rogue Refiner. Get some energy. Draw a land. Pass the turn. Hopefully we can block Longtusk Cub. If our opponent kills it, they can get in, but we're getting close to stealing it if we want to. Attune. Alright, well, I guess we take our beats for now. Ugh. Alright. Yes. You get to do your stuff. Pumps. Gets in for 4. Oh, God. Longtusk Cub. How I hate you. Well, let's play Tireless Tracker. Play Sanctum. Get a clue. Next turn, we can finally steal the Longtusk Cub. Oh, goodness. Alright. Yes. Let me see the deck. I didn't actually look at it. It's Infect! I mean, I guess it's sweet, but it's Infect. We're gonna block. Probably wrong, but we're gonna do it. Opponent plays a land. Has a Bristling Hydra. Things are not getting better yet. Oh, man. I really don't want to lose to this deck. Now what? This is why we need Solemnity. Wizards... I think I've heard some people saying they think Solemnity is too good, but Wizards pushed energy very hard. And I think that it's fair that it's hate for it. So we steal Longtusk Cub. Problem is our opponent hits us with Bristling Hydra, and if they have Glorybringer, it's even more brutal. Yeah, we can't take Hydra. We could Primal Druid. We might just have to steal this turn. Do you think Blue-Red Spells has more chance in Standard now that Marvel has been given a boot? If it's like a counterspell heavy deck, Marvel is probably one of its better matchups. But if it's like a prowessy Enigma Drake deck or something like that, then yeah, I think so. I mean, we can get red mana with Traverse. I guess we just steal. Still don't feel very good about it. Take the Longtusk Cub. I mean, I guess this is fine. So we can Primal Druid. Worst case, we Traverse for a Mountain for Harness Lightning. Primal Druid for blocking. There's a land. Do they have Glorybringer? No. Attune with Ether. Goes to combat. Beats in with the Hydra. Yep. Down to 12. Follows up with Whirler Virtuoso. Well, Kozilek's Return takes care of the Thopters, so that's good. We draw a Tracker. Alright, so Traverse. We got to get a Mountain. Play Tireless Tracker. Play a Mountain. Get a Clue. We really need a Elder Deep Fiend type card. And then I guess we just Primal Druid for chump blocking and pass the turn. Does Solemnity completely eliminate Infect as a deck? If so, when is the celebration stream? So, Solemnity does destroy Infect. The question's going to be, does anyone play it in Modern? And I don't know if Infect is a big enough problem, but it is a great sideboard card if people are playing it. Oh boy. Alright, what do you got, opponent? What do you got? Plays a land. Yep. There's the Glorybringer, of course. Opponent! Really? Really? Attacks, exerts. Gonna kill our Tireless Tracker. We take 6. Yeah, I mean, we can't do anything about it. Come on, Deep Fiends. World Breaker, we can't cast. Well, sack our Clue. Ishkana. Sack a Clue. We really need a land. There's a forest. Alright, pass the turn. This might give us an out. Pass the turn. Opponent exerted Glorybringer. Oh man, this is going to be close. Arch Wilt, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big Scoops cheer for our new subscriber. And it didn't work. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Alright, opponent going to get in for 2. We're going to take it. Actually, we're not. We're just going to Kozilek's Return. Kill the Thopters. Take 0. I think we have a new donation. $20 from Christopher82. Love the content on the website, and I think you're the best personality in the Magic community. Well, Christopher, thank you so much for the support. Definitely appreciate it. That is super awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, man, do we just get to Wrath? Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. We might be sneaking this one out. Our opponent can't even counter it. JCMYK, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Well, let's do it. This is it. I think Blood Moon is my all-time favorite card. Pump our Longtusk Cub. 5 power. Pump our Longtusk Cub. 6 power. Play a World Breaker. World Break the Spire Bluff. Sanctum. So Kozilek's Return. Oh yeah. We say yes. Sweep the board. We get a land with Primal Druid. We might be back in this. Grab a forest. We have a new subscriber, Fragnads. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. We get another Deep Fiend. Wow, just in a nick of time before things would have fallen completely apart. Get in with Longtusk Cub. This energy gets us enough that we can harness Lightning, a Glorybringer in the future. And I think we got there right at the end. Servant of the Conduit, that's not going to swing this game back in our opponent's favor. The end is nigh for our opponent. Well, we are going to attack with both. Hit our opponent. Opponent blocks. Sure, that's fine. Play Aether Hub. Get an energy. Pass the turn. And this should just be game. Skilarius23, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. What's our opponent have? Cycles. We have lethal on board, and we can tap down a blocker with Elder Deep Feed. Are we sneaking out a win? Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking this deck could have Censor, but apparently they do. And we snuck it out! Another win! On to 2-0. We're on the treasure chest train. Are we going to get to open some treasure chests tonight? Looking good. Temur Emerge. Somehow survived control in round 1, and somehow managed to wrath the board. Kozilek's Return is an insane Magic card. I will say that. Can you check out my deck I just made? Tell me what changes I should make. Well, let's see. What's going on? Green, black, Delirium. Ooh. This looks very similar to a list that Jerry Thompson made, but I think it looks solid. I don't know if there's Yeah? I don't see anything that you really need to change. I think it looks pretty good as is. Hey, see you, Stu. Thanks for hanging out. All right, we have to do a quick 30-second break. We haven't had a 30-second break yet. I'm going to grab a drink. 30 seconds. We'll be back with round 3 with Temur Emerge. Alright, we're back. I have not played Sun and Moon, and I should, because I know I would really like it, because it has a lot of stuff going on that I like. With Marvel gone, is Blue-Red Control the best deck in Standard right now? I actually think that Blue-Red Control gets worse, because it was at its best against Marvel, and I think it's worse against Mardu Vehicles. So I think it actually hurts blue-red control a little bit. Ooh, crawling sensation. Perpetual timepiece. Gitrog Monster is so sweet. That looks like a really fun deck. What's up with 5-color humans randomly showing up in Modern? I do not know why everyone suddenly got on the human collected company kick. Baldwin man, we'll have to see when we finish our league. See what time it is. If we have time, we'll close with a game of Momir. But it's completely dependent on what time we finish the league. We usually wrap up by 10. So if it's like 9:45 or something, probably no. But if it's like, or 9:45, then probably no. But if it's like 9:15, 20 after 9, then yes. We'll keep this. I mean, we're leaning on the vessel, but that should be fine. Hey, Kustov, what's going on? It's going well so far. We played 2 pretty intense matches, but we're 2-0 with Temur Emerge. Ooh, Sanctum's not bad. This hand has a lot of cards that I like. We have Primal Druid for emerging. We got a way to fill our graveyard. I love blue-red spells and so far have a great record versus vehicles and zombies. Well, if you're beating vehicles and zombies, you're probably in pretty decent shape. The 50-0 dream, yeah? We started off 10-0 after winning just 1 match somehow. Gangsta Goose, this is Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering Online. Alright. Pass the turn. Gitrog Monster, oh, you're right, it does rotate out. But Cycling Lands are still in. This must be like, oh, okay, it is Mardu Vehicles. I was thinking it was Mardu Control, but it's not. So we're just going to crack the Vessel here. That feels better, I think, than Primal Druid on an empty board. So crack Vessel. We will get a... I guess we'll take Evolving Wilds. Rogue Refiner. Yeah, Gideon's a worry, but let's just Rogue Refiner. Ishkana is super good against Mardu Vehicles, and we do have all 4 creature types in our graveyard. Next turn, we can Evolving Wilds, crack it, double clue with Tireless Tracker, which is pretty sweet. Magus of the Crucible would have been a perfect name. Yeah, Standard rotates end of September, beginning of October. I don't know the exact date, but it's right around there. Kozilek's Return, gonna be good in this scenario. No artifact for the Toolcraft Exemplar. Opponent passes. I think we're just gonna get our tracker value, play tracker, play Evolving Wilds, get a clue, and we'll just crack right away and get a mountain. Another clue. Pass the turn. So the next rotation will be when Ixalan releases, which I believe is like the last week of September, and all of Battle for Zendikar will be gone. So Battle for Zendikar and Oath of the Gatewatch, and all of Shadows over Innistrad. So Shadows over Innistrad and also Eldritch Moon. So Standard will be the 2 Kaladesh sets, the 2 Amonkhet sets, and then Ixalan. And it'll slowly build up as we get more Ixalan sets, and then do it again another year down the road. Alright, there goes our tracker. We actually don't have the blue mana to deep feed next turn. I think that's fine, though, because we can play Primal Druid for chumping. Opponent attacks. Alright, well, we got to take 5. Just realized that my work schedule was changed. I can finally watch the stream. Awesome, Mr. Shiny Object. I guess we could also Ishkana. Maybe that's too Oh, another tracker. Tracker draws us cards. I want to leave up... I mean, it's kind of... We don't want to take too much damage because of cut to ribbons. The problem with Ishkana is we don't get to Elder Deep feed next turn. I don't know if that's worth it. We can Primal Druid Sanctum. Whatever. Play Sanctum. We're just going to play Ishkana. And make sure that we don't take damage. And we'll find blue mana eventually. Make some spiders. And I guess we can slam in at Gideon. Everything's going to get wrathed away anyway before long. Opponent's going to trade with the Knight, I'm sure. I think the Locust God could be a one-of in blue-red control. Yeah, I think that could show up as a finisher in blue-red control. Well, we'll crack clues eventually, hopefully. Bacon Dragon? That's not good. Oh, well, awesome, Yidzi. I'm glad you're enjoying it, and welcome if it's your first time. Glad to have you. Yeah, feel free to follow or get the alert thing so you know when we're on. Our schedule is pretty straightforward. Since we make so much content, I can't stream as much as other people, but Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, super consistent. We very, very rarely miss Tuesday or Thursdays. And every once in a while, we get a extra stream. When Jace Vryn's Prodigy goes to the graveyard, does it stay flipped? It's always on its front side in the graveyard. All the flip cards are face up in the graveyard. Oh man, wait for this Sunday when Much Brew comes out. The Obsidat's Vengeance deck, goodness, that deck is sick. It took everything for me not to just play it tonight, but I can't because it'll spoil the videos, but I think that deck's like super legit. It's so good, and it's really fun. Thoughts on Paul Cheon starting to work at Wizards, losing another streamer? Well, congrats to Paul. It's always awesome when someone makes it to the big show. Are we in trouble here? I hope not. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't Elder Deep Fiend next turn. Okay. Opponent. We can't lose to Cut to Ribbons. That's on the very top of our list. Do not lose to Cut to Ribbons, no matter what. And our opponent didn't Gideon. Oh, it's Obsidat's Vengeance. It's like a Goryo's Vengeance deck that's not a combo deck like the ones we've seen. No attacks! Oh, goodness. That's good news. It's not a combo deck. It's a pretty straightforward, like, almost control deck or tempo deck that's using Goryo's Vengeance to get back Obsidat Ghost Council and also Little Jace Vryn's Prodigy, and it's super sweet. Manglehorn, okay. Well, that'll be good if our opponent finds a Heart of Kieran. Well, I think we just play Primal Druid. Play Sanctum. Can we Tireless Tracker? So we Tracker, opponent attacks. I guess we can chump everything, so I guess we can Tracker. Play Tracker. Play Sanctum, getting even more clues that we may or may not ever be able to cast. I think the state of Standard is much improved, and based on the new cards we've been seeing, an Hour of Devastation and Ixalan, I think Standard's going to be awesome. So it is a little, I kind of lost my train of thought about Gian. Awesome, congratulations to Paul. It's always a little sad for the community when someone goes from, I don't know, being able to interact with the community on a daily basis to working at Wizards. You just don't get to do that as much. Personally, I don't think I would enjoy that. I think I would not. I don't think I would want to work at Wizards if my other option was making content, doing streams, hanging out with all of you, because that's what I really enjoy. And I don't think, like, being at an office at Wizards would make up for that. As weird as that sounds, because making actual Magic cards is like the pinnacle, I think, if you're a Magic fan, a Magic player. It seems like it can't go any higher than that. But I actually think I would have less fun if I was working at Wizards than I do now. Oh, so many disintegrations. Oh, God. Are we going to die? Are we literally just going to die to our opponent? Oh, no. Here comes Gideon. Oh, this is brutal. This is really happening. Designing blue, you would hate it if I worked at Wizards, Jay Zoller. There would be so many good blue cards. Ooh, I like the blue Eldrazi deck, blue-red Eldrazi deck. Looks sweet. I think it has potential. Opponent, are they going on the big attack finally? Oh, so many unlicensed disintegrations. Attacks. Just a little attack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Attacks. Okay. Alright, so we block here, double block here, and take 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, maybe we gotta keep Primal Druid alive. Block here, block here. Maybe we just do this. I think we gotta leave Primal Druid alive for emerging purposes, and the land isn't that valuable yet. Yeah, you can see the deck list whenever you want. Exclamation point deck will take you to the deck list. Alright, do a bunch of blocking. Stuff dies. Whatever. I guess our opponent's a lot of lands away from winning with cut to ribbons right now. Opponent passes. We get an Ether Hub. Play Ether Hub. We can't kill Gideon yet. Alright, so I think we just pass and emerge. So pass the turn. We can also just Kozilek's return, which might be even better. What's my favorite archetype, and if you worked at Wizards, how many busted new cards in that archetype would you make? Well, a lot, and I don't know. Archetype, I usually play control/combo decks. Something in that range. Don't play as much aggro. But I don't know. I'm sure I would try to print some cards for archetypes that I liked. Ooh, alright, Veteran Motorist. Even more value for our Kozilek's return. Well, maybe we just Kozilek's return here. We can Kozilek's return and sack 2 clues. That might just be better. So just like block with a spider, Kozilek's return to wipe our opponent's board minus Gideon. We still have a Primal Druid left over for next turn. Both to the bottom. What do I dislike more, Burn or Infact? I think Infact is more hated in general. Opponent's not even going to attack with the Gideon? Interesting. At your older modern decks, are my older modern decks still viable? Was checking out Rally Vampires, Rally Fenza videos, look super fun. I haven't played it in a long time, but modern usually changes super slowly, so I wouldn't think they would be not viable anymore. But I should try playing them again and see how they are. How do I get you to play my sweet modern brew? Well, you can email it to me, Drew Boy, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com, but there's no guarantee that it'll actually end up being played. Ooh, okay. This is working out. Opponent. Whoo, Thalia! Alright, this is going to be a blowout. Well, let's check our clues. Clue number 1. Draw a card. Island. Whatever. Clue number 2. Draw a card. We still can't kill the Gideon, though. Another Deep Fiend. Yeah, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Kozilek's Return. Sweep the board. We could have cast it a long time ago. Yeah, Drew Boy, the thing is, I'm not against playing other people's decks, and I do sometimes, but I play mostly my own decks, or the decks from the Instant Deck Tech series. So, I mean, I definitely would love to look at your deck. It's just, I want to be realistic that don't be mad at me if it doesn't end up getting played. There's a chance it will, but then there's also a chance it does not. So, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like to kill Gideon. Well, let's sack our clue. Primal Druid. Play an island. Play Vessel. Pass the turn. And now we can start Elder Deep Fiending. We're just going to merge off the Primal Druid here. After our opponent does some stuff. Maybe I should have just Deep Fiend to get the one in our graveyard. I don't know if it really matters, but I guess it would have gave us the Deep Fiend on the board. So yeah, that probably would have been better. I actually forgot that we had one on the board, in all honesty. Well, this works out exactly how we were hoping. So we get to wait for our opponent to attack. Because we're going to get to kill the Gideon here. And now we're in exactly the shape we want to be in. So our opponent attacks. We just block the Gideon. Our opponent empty-handed, so they can't play creatures. So block here. And then just emerge the Deep Fiend. Once the Gideon's off the table, it feels like we should be pretty set to win. We can even use Deep Fiend to protect against a future unlicensed disintegration. Yeah, I don't think killing the clue is all that important. I mean, it's not bad, but when you consider our opponent could still draw a Heart of Kirin or something, that would be pretty hard for our deck to deal with because we don't have too many flyers. I think it's probably best to just do it this way. I think is fine. No reason to really Kozilek's Return here, just to kill a Toolcraft Exemplar, leave him in our graveyard. We're going to have approximately 1 million Elder Deep Fiends, which should be able to just win us this game. We could World Breaker. Maybe that's better? Get rid of the red source? Alright, we'll do that. We already have another Elder Deep Fiend, so I think this is fine. So opponent getting tapped down. We get a land. Just an island's fine. Yeah, now we have 2 artifact removal spells, which is nice. And we get the Gideon off the table. Opponent's also taking a lot of time. There is timeout concerns, because this is only game 1. I feel like we're in pretty good shape now. So Deep Fiend comes down. Opponent passes. We get a forest. Well, kill the Gideon. Definitely. Get rid of that annoyance. Hit our opponent. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. World Breaker. Get rid of the red source. Kill the Needle Spires. Still not sure that flashing back Kozilek's Return is worth it, just to kill Toolcraft. We tapped everything down and then just attacked the Gideon with the Elder Deep Feed to kill it. So, yep. I mean, I think this is probably just game. Yeah, Emerge is super sweet. And I think it's just in a really good place right now in Standard with the bannings. I feel like it's super well positioned. Putting our opponent off mana also makes it harder for them to be able to kill us with Cut to Ribbons, which is nice. Did you get a look at the mono white deck I sent you on Twitter today? I don't think so, John. You should try sending it to my email, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com, or resend it on Twitter. Earlier today, Twitter was super crazy with the spoiler article and stuff, so it probably just got buried, but I don't remember seeing it. But Twitter was super busy earlier today. Opponent. Alright, we get to crack our vessel. Our opponent's still at 20, but I don't think that matters. What's Vessel find us? Ishkana's pretty good. We'll take Ishkana. More Elder Deep Fiends. Well, attack with both. Hit our opponent to 10. You know what? I think we just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess we Primal Druid. Play Primal Druid. We're just gonna tap everything on our opponent's upkeep and then kill them. Isaacs, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Yeah, everything enters Tamp, but it doesn't really matter because we just emerge here, and this should finish it. I don't like how that trigger pops up right over what we're trying to do. So yeah, as we get a land, we tap our opponent down. I mean, I guess we can even just Kozilek's Return. Yeah, that was a slight misplay. Should have tapped for all the black sources and just Kozilek's Return. I mean, it's not gonna. There's no way it's going to punish us, but that would have been the better play there. There are situations, if the game was closer, where that could have ended up mattering. Oh, it was in the comments of the video. Okay. John, I should be able to find it then. I thought it was just a random tweet on... just a random tweet, not related to anything. But I should be able to look it up if it's connected to the Monumental White video. Alright, so I don't know what our opponent can draw here that will get them out of this. I don't think there's anything. Yeah, I mean, it was a punt. It's not a relevant punt in this situation, but it was slightly less than optimal as far as the line. And, alright, another win. Moving on to Almost 3-0. We got to win one more game in this match and we'll be 3-0. So, Mardu Vehicles. And we're pretty well set up. I feel like this deck is set up to just absolutely destroy Mardu Vehicles. DNA! Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Get some sleep. Almost 3,000-0. So, cards that I like in this matchup are Manglehorns. I'm not sure how our opponent's going to sideboard. I don't know if they're going to, like, go big. But Manglehorns are pretty good. And Radiant Flames is also pretty good if we're not getting beat by vehicles. I think we can go down Baral's Expertise. Maybe go down a Primal Druid and a Tracker. Oh, no. I guess the other question is if we're going to bring in more removal. My day was pretty good, Shadow Titan. How was your day? Yeah, Negate could be good as well. Negate to deal with a Gideon. What are we going down, though? That's the harder question, is what we're going to take down. Yeah, this deck is super sweet, Spellqueller Love. I think Channeler Initiate's a solid card, and it'll probably be more played. As far as finance, it's from a Masterpiece set, which means it's going to be super hard for it to be super expensive, but I could see it going up a little bit from where it is now. I'd take down Grapples or Ishkana. Oh, Ishkana is so good at blocking Heart of Kirin. I think I want to keep all the Ishkanas. I can see cutting a little bit of graveyard stuff. Like, yeah, we'll cut a Grapple and a Vessel for the negates, so we can do that. Let's just try it like that. We made it. I got this sideboard timing down to the second. Yeah, Ishkana's like one of the best cards against vehicles, I think. It's just so good. Oh, in the old days, before we were crazy combo standard. What do you think about Connolly Wood's Mono Blue Eldrazi? I saw a tweet about it, but I haven't actually seen the actual deck yet. So I know that it exists. If you send me a link, I'll look at it right now. Am I going to GP Cleveland? No. Not going to GP Cleveland. Not especially interested in Team Seal. Probably one of my least favorite formats. This hand, I think this hand is good just based on the strength of double Kozilek's return. And we should be able to hopefully get the mana for it with Vessel or Primal Druid. When will he play Blackburn? So Blackburn was incredibly popular. So I'm pretty confident it will be the Much Brew videos. Not for this Sunday. This Sunday's Obsidat's Vengeance, because it runs like 1 week behind to get the videos made. But next Sunday. So I would be shocked if anything managed to beat it out as the most popular. So I'm pretty confident that's where we'll see Blackburn. All right, let's just run out of Primal Druid. Just slam off the chump block here and get a land. Wait, how am I joining the Sith? By playing Temur Emerge? If you had to play competitive standard tomorrow, what deck would you play? It might actually be this deck. I actually think this deck could be legit, like, tier 1 good. And I think it's fun. And it's still fairly unique. It's not, like, off-the-wall crazy, but it's still definitely different than what you see most people doing. Oh, man. Come on. Please attack, opponent. Please attack. I want to Kozilek's return this so bad. Big Tuna. Big Star Tuna. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Ralph West, send me an email and I'll see what I can do. I didn't really set up an official giveaway, but if you send me an email. Oh, come on, opponent. You're supposed to attack. I need the red mana. Alright, well, pass the turn. Leave up negate for Gideon. Well, our opponent's got to attack at some point. They can't just not attack forever. They probably got to attack this turn. Oh, you think they're ghosting? Well, they're going to time out if they're ghosting. Yeah, maybe they're ghosting. I guess it's possible. Yeah, the not attacking is suspicious. HW Harry, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Here's the attack. Well, we will block your scrap heap. We will get a mountain, which seems pretty good here. Kozilek's returns. If our opponent just plays a creature into this... Alright, well, we're going to negate that. That is annoying. So what are the odds our opponent's playing counters? Probably not high. Well, play Sanctum. So this is it. Ghosting would be someone, our opponent, watching the stream so they could see what was in my hand or see what we were thinking about and stuff. Do we just do it main phase? Yeah, that may... Well, Spires is already off. Yeah, we're just going to do it now. Whatever. The odds that our opponent plays a creature pre-combat's pretty low, so we might as well just get rid of it, not take a chance. Oh, Kozilek's return. So good. Opponent has 1 red source, 2 Spires, doing nothing. Down a game, 7 minutes on their clock. Feeling pretty good. Winning this one locks in our first treasure chest. Future IDK, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops cheer for our new subscriber. Opponent found black mana. Okay. Well, what do we find? Ooh, Evolving Wilds. Well... We're just going to double clue. I think that's best. Play Tireless Tracker. Play Evolving Wilds. Get a clue. Sack Evolving Wilds. Get a clue. Grab a forest is fine. Alright, we're clued up. Our opponent has an artifact, so it does mean Gideon could come down here. Hey, what's up, Future IDK? Thanks again for the sub. Oh, well, thank you, Inu Marie. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Stream sniping is when you watch a stream and time your queue with the streamer in order to ghost them. Yep. We have a ghost command? I gotta see this. The opponent is yeah? That's a good one. Alright, there goes our tireless tracker. I did want to make more clues with that. Well, take our beats down to 11. Opponent can get back another Scrounger. Toolcraft. I don't think our opponent's ghosting, because they would know we had 2... They would know we had 2 Kozilek's returns if they were ghosting. How do we want to do this? And let's just pass. I think we just pass Kozilek's return and crack Vessel. I don't think blue-red control is dead, but I think it is worse with the Marvel banning. Yeah, that's true. We haven't cracked too many clues this match, have we, Great Germ? Or this whole league, actually. Oh, opponent just running it out there. Running it out into the Kozilek's return. They're definitely, they can't be. I think they intuitively didn't want to give us a land for just Scrap Heap Scrounger. So I think that their play was fairly, it made sense to me. It's a little weird looking, but there's no way I don't think they would just keep spewing their hand into our Kozilek's returns if they knew about them. Yeah, it seems very unlikely. If our opponent is ghosting, they're not ghosting very well. They're the worst ghost of all time. Alright, well, let's crack our vessel. Mostly just want Big Eldrazi to close out this game. Like Elder Deep Fiend, for example. That works. And the land. That double works. So we'll just play Deep Fiend. Oops. Just kidding. Play Primal Druid, and then on our opponent's upkeep, we can Deep Fiend. That's what I meant to say. Do I take quests or ideas for budget magic? Yeah, you're definitely welcome to send me requests or ideas, the mom. I would love to hear them. What's a good way around blue-red control? It's like 60% of my meta at the LGS. Aggro, maybe? Just get in underneath it? Traditionally, that's what you do. Is aggro beats control, control beats midrange, midrange beats aggro. I mean, that's simplistic terms, but I would probably play a deck like Mardu Vehicles or something along those lines. I think that the combination of being aggressive and having vehicles, which are super hard to deal with, tend to set that up as a good matchup. There's a Gideon. Hey, what's up, Stu? Bona makes a 2-2. Oh, they're going to be very disappointed by this Deep Fiend. Our opponent, I don't think there's any way our opponent can win without timing out. Come to think of it. Yeah. I think it's fine to wait and not upkeep it. We could have tapped him out, but we actually get more value this way, I think. So we will just emerge a Deep Fiend, sack Primal Druid, million triggers, get a land. Yeah, we'll tap your Planeswalkers and your clues. Flashback at Kozilek's return. Sweep the board. Leave the second one in the graveyard. Grab another Elder Deep Fiend for next turn. Or we could World Breaker. Maybe we just do that again. Is that better? No, I don't think so. We'll take Deep Fiend. Tap our opponent down. Yeah, this one's over. Our opponent's going to time out if we don't kill them. One or the other. Somehow our opponent's dying. We have a new donation from Counter Cleric. $5. Oh, man. Hang on. I didn't read it fast enough. Let me pull it up. Still not fast enough with the stream reading. I need to improve on that. Or the donation reading. So give me 1 second. Let's see. Where is it? Alright, from Counter Cleric. Seth, I've said many times I'm a huge fan. My wife thinks you're great too, even though she doesn't understand very much of Magic. Would you say hello to her? Her name is Cheryl. Thanks for the outstanding work. Well, Counter Cleric, thank you so much for your donation. And Cheryl, hello to you too. Thanks for watching, even though you don't understand Magic very well. I am used to that. No one in my family or whatnot understands Magic. So I know the feeling of being a Magic person and trying to explain it to someone that like kind of knows or doesn't really know. So, well, Cheryl, I'm glad you're watching. Thanks for hanging out. Salty XD, 5 months in a row, formerly mostly modern MTG. It's been long since I caught the stream. Shame I work nights. Yeah, bad scheduling. Well, welcome back, Salty XD. Thank you so much for the sub. Big scoops here for you as well. All right, let's close out this game. Manglehorn. Yeah, let's just... Oh, man, this actually cuts our opponent off mana. We get to mangle their clue, and they can't make colored mana with Spire, so they have no white mana. Kill the Gideon, ally of Zendikar, because might as well. And, yep, Gideon down. And this time we will upkeep it. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Emerge, sack Manglehorn. We're 1 point of damage away from lethal. Because we can... If only this was City of Brass, we'd have lethal instead of Spire of Industry. Yeah, so we can hit our opponent for 13. I don't think it matters. I think that's going to be enough to win us the game, but... Do you have someone covering Wednesday for the channel since Jake isn't playing Magic anymore? Have not filled the playing Pauper slot yet. It's on the to-do list, but just haven't actually filled it yet. So I think it will happen, but it hasn't happened yet. Can we find one more Elder Deep Fiend for the rub-ins? No. Well, Ether Hub. Play Ether Hub. I guess we get one more shot at it with a Rogue Refiner. Oh, that'd be so sweet. Come on. Deep Fiend off the top. We can do it. Deep Fiend. One more. Aw. Alright. Well, I guess we'll have to settle with a normal win. I don't think anyone... I mean, Dispossess, I guess, is still... maybe an okay sideboard card for certain things, but it seems like it's gotten way worse with Marvel being gone. What do you think about non-official MTG programs like Cockatrice and X-Mage? Well, I should start by saying I have no idea what the legality is, so anything I say is coming from that perspective of not knowing where they fall as far as being legal or illegal. Personally, I don't use them. I use Magic Online. I have tried to use them in the past, and my experience was, without having real tournaments and always a rules engine that may have changed since I had played it on them, that there was a lot of people that quit. There was lots of quit in the middle of games. A lot of people that would have arguments over the rules and quit or get really mad. So my experience with them a while ago wasn't great. I think they can have value as a testing tool with a friend. I know when Tiny Leaders first started, Moto does not support Tiny Leaders to the point where you just literally can't play it on Magic Online. So I wanted to see what the format was about. So I played a game against Richard, and that was like the only way to do it with him being in California and me being in New York. So it worked okay for that, but I feel like this deck is pretty good. Up to 3 and 0. Treasure chest locked in. 2 more matches for the mythic 5-0 and a bunch of chests to open. So, yeah, I mean, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, let me see. Let me see this list. The Marvelous World of Eldrazi. Oh, I actually don't have SCG Premium, so I can't actually see it, but I bet it's sweet. The kids are eating tonight, that's for sure. Wait, Stu play Pauper? Wait, are those calls coming from you, Stu? Or from other people? Do you even play Pauper, Stu? Wait, what are you saying, Victor? I'm not trying to ignore you. We have a new subscriber. Valkyrie Noel, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. You created the mono blue pauper decks too with Ruben? Like the one with like the Delvery type mono blue deck? That's untapping your lands, Cloud of Fairies, like that kind of jank? Sweet. That's actually like a legit deck. A really legit deck. That's impressive. Well, you got some pauper chops too. I didn't realize that. Well, maybe we'll have to do Stew Pauper. Yeah, that's like one of the, or has been at various times, the best deck in Pauper. So, jeez, yeah, I bet you probably made a ton of tickets off that. Oh, so this weekend I get an email, something about treasure chests, and it was actually pretty sweet, but it made me jealous because you know the chests that we open. We don't, our chests, like, I just have bad luck with chests. Every once in a while we get something okay, but a viewer opened treasure chests. They decided to play the treasure chest game where they basically just bought 10 chests and were going to open them. If they made their money back, they'd keep going. If not, they'd stop. So they were doing that. And, it was Counter Cleric. Well, it was Counter Cleric, and Counter Cleric opened 2 ports in back-to-back chests and ended up, at least the last time I heard about it, you were up like a ton of ticks and stuff, but 2 ports in a row, that's like 150 ticks or something in 2 treasure chests. And I've never even opened 1 port, but it was pretty awesome. Super, super awesome. Thanks for all the content. I love watching your YouTube videos while eating breakfast and listening to the podcast weekly. Best site since I returned to Magic. Well, thank you so much, Valkyrie. And thank you for the support and the sub. All right, back to being Temur Mulligans. Cannot keep this one. All right, down to 6. And, well, we got Traverses, Tireless Tracker. So we traverse for a land, traverse for, alright. This is actually hard in the dark. I don't know. So we can get 2 lands with Traverse. So we have 3 lands in hand. Is Tracker a card we want to draw after all that? We'll probably play a mill deck with Fraying Sanity. Gotta traumatize some people. Alright. I'm gonna put it to the bottom. I think it's super close. Opponent has a Swamp. Well, Kozilek's Return is the card that we want in this matchup. We draw a land. Well, let's just traverse, get a mountain, pass the turn. Well, this should be a matchup that's super good for us. We have so many board wipes. We are sort of set up to be good against zombies. This should be one of our absolute best matchups, I think. Opponent, Relentless Dead. We got a tracker anyway. Well, play Sanctum. Play Vessel. Do we have to traverse for another land? Yeah, I think we're going to. Traverse. Get a Forest. Pass the turn. Hopefully our opponent just plays a Colossus. Oh, no. Oh, the nightmare. Now we're so dead. Now I don't even know what to do. Yikes. Yeah, me too, but the 5-0 Dream is dying right here. That Lord of the Accursed. Return only does 2 damage, so it doesn't kill Lord of the Accursed or Relentless Dead. Yeah, Lord is a 2/3. So now we might just have to crack the Vessel? What else do we have? Now let's play Tracker. We might just block with it. Definitely block Lord of the Accursed if given the chance. It's a Dark Salvation. Well, we have even more sweepers in the sideboard, and Radiant Flames gets things that are a little bigger, but I think we're just dead. Ishkana, can't cast it yet, and yeah. Well, you can see the play-draw difference. If we were on the play that game, we would have easily won. But being on the draw, our opponent was able to stick a Lord of the Accursed before we were able to Kozilek's return. If it was reversed, we would have killed our opponent's first 2 creatures. They Lord on an empty board. They wouldn't have been able to easily kill Tireless Tracker, and then we would have Ishkana'd with Delirium, Brawl's Expertise, and so pretty interesting how the play drawness comes into effect there. Well, bring in Radiant Flames. Go down Manglehorn. Go down maybe World Breaker? I guess it gets rid of Liliana's Mastery. I don't even know how valuable that is. We also probably might want to bring in the Harness Lightnings. I think Cat Tribal is looking super fun in Hour of Devastation. I think so too. The bounties are for control matchups, for more grindy, mid-range / control, just to generate a bunch of card advantage. Kind of like a, I don't know, a budget Planeswalker almost, except even harder to kill. It just sits out there and generates value turn after turn. Have you ever considered Thopter Foundling, Sword of the Meek, Time Civ in Against the Odds? I actually owe everyone a Time Civ Against the Odds. We were supposed to do it like a year ago, and then there was unbannings or bannings, and it never got done. So at some point, we got to do a special episode featuring exactly that. What happens? This is what happens when we don't get a real 4-mana Wrathen standard. Yeah, I mean, that was just a combination of things. I think we can bring in the Harness Lightnings. Go down. Is Brawl's Expertise even good? It doesn't seem that good. Go down Brawl's Expertise and 1 Vessel. Try it like that. Oh, we're actually 3-0. I forgot to update. I think this deck is actually super good, but I could see it not looking good. Alright, we're on the play. Hopefully not mulliganing. Ooh, alright. I like this. So we will just play a forest, pass the turn. Yeah, this was tier 1 back right after Eldritch Moon came out. Mean Pork, 5 months in a row. My favorite Seth deck is Hardcast Simian Tribal Guide, Simian Spirit Guide Tribal. Yeah, it sounds like free win red sometimes. Oh, thanks for the subscription. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Man, Primal Druid's actually going to be a pretty decent blocker here. So let's just Ether Hub and Primal Druid. Pass the turn. Next turn, we can start refining some rogues. Rotation-proof mono blue control. Sweet. Opponent. Okay, attacks into Primal Druid. We will block. Sure. I guess they just wanted to put us to a test. Metallic Mimic. A bit annoying. Gonna make things big. Well, play Sanctum, play Rogue Refiner, start drawing through our deck. We want our sweepers, more Sanctums, pass the turn. Hey, come on, deck. That looks like a sweet budget mono blue control deck. I like it. I believe this music is by Weisiger. The actual song title... Boss Fight by Weisiger. No Pilgrim's Eyes. Just the Primal Druids. Oh, more Mimics. Aye. Well, come on, Radiant Flames off the top would be so good. And a Crypt Breaker. Oh man, Radiant Flames. Radiant Flames. We need your Radiant Flames. Traverse doesn't do anything. So, Rogue Refiner, draw a card? Ishkana's not even good. Oh, we're just drawing the very wrong half of our deck. Play Evolving Wilds, pass the turn. Can you make a budget Emerge deck for either Standard or Modern? And if Standard, can you make it rotation-proof? Well, I don't think it'll be possible to make it rotation-proof because all of the Emerge cards are going to rotate. Oh, we're going to lose to zombies. The dream is dying. It's dying. Yeah, Mirkin. I wish I could play other music on stream, but unfortunately it's not very easily because of all the copyright stuff, especially with YouTube, but also for the video on demands on Twitch. Modern. I think Modern Emerge. I think we'll do a Elder Deep Fiend deck in Modern eventually. I think Elder Deep Fiend is good enough that it could be played in Modern. Like off a Solemn Simulacrum. Seems like some sweet value. I don't know why our opponent likes sending in with this Dread Wanderer so much. We will block it with Primal Druid, opponent. Gonna keep doing that. Relentless Dead. Well, crack this. Get some cards we don't want out of our deck. Elder Deep Fiend. Well, play Sanctum of Ugin. Oh, what do we do? Alright, chat, how do we get out of this? The music is very quiet. Is there a way to get layered music where Twitch hears, but it doesn't get recorded? I think it's possible, but it's kind of tricky. But it might be a possibility for the future. Wanaseth, welcome back to the Fishbowl 2 months in a row. And how about that Solemnity spoiler? Abzan combo and Fectozer all in one card. Yeah, that card is super awesome. I'm super excited that I got to preview it because it's so sweet. I think it really is one of my favorite cards from the set so far. So what do we do now? Upkeep the Deep Fiend? To just tap the lands? Alright. Opponent makes another huge zombie. Well, we'll upkeep it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deep Fiend, sack Primal Druid. Tap our opponent's lands. The problem is they're still drawing cards. We really need to find Kozilek's Return. That is the beginning and end of all this. Kozilek's Return, especially if we can get it from the graveyard, wins us the game. Opponent's gonna discard, make more zombies. That's it. I mean, it's all Kozilek's Return. Ooh, discards Liliana's Mastery. Interesting. I don't think tapping the creatures is... Well, maybe I should have tapped the creatures. Get an island. We couldn't have tapped enough of them to get in attacks anyway, is the big problem. So it's not... If we could have just, like, tapped them down and got in with everything, that would have been fine, but... Doesn't look like that's an option. We're pretty much playing towards a Kozilek's return. That is all of it. Did Wizards specifically give me those cards because I like hate cards and prison cards? Definitely possible. Maybe even likely. But they didn't actually say that to me, so I guess I don't know for sure. Well, they would have just tapped the creatures to draw and response. So I don't think that would stop them from drawing. We don't have Delirium. I mean, our out is Kozilek's return from the graveyard. What's our greatest odds of making that happen? I think it's just Tireless Tracker. I think that's it. They shouldn't be able to kill us this turn, hopefully. So I think it's Tireless Tracker. Traverse. Grab an island, play the island, get a clue, and pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, this is all we can do. Our only realistic out is to find Kozilek's return. So hopefully we can block enough to stay alive. We really need our Elder Deep Fiend to live for this to work. I guess if worse comes to work, we can emerge Elder Deep Fiend, but then we can't Kozilek's return next turn. We'll see. We'll see what our opponent does. Yeah, the odds don't always work out in my favor. But I mean, this is our only out. We don't really have any other outs. The good news is they can't give their zombies menace this turn with the Lord because it'll be summoning 6, so we aren't just dead to that. So we got to crack our clue. We get 2 draws for Kozilek's return, and this is assuming Deep Fiend lives. Well, 1, 2, 3. Opponent attacks. I think we gotta just emerge Deep Fiend. I don't think we have a choice. This puts us further away from our out, though. Well, tap down some stuff. Yeah, now we have to not only find... now we have to not only find a sweeper, but we have to find an Eldrazi to cast with it. Opponent draws a card. Yeah, not seeing many ways for us to steal this. What do you got, opponent? Oh, they've drawn so many cards. There's the Lord. Pumps up the dorks. Yup. Well, I don't even know if there's luck that can get us out of this now. Harness Lightning. One, two. Alright, so... play the land, get a clue. Sack the clue. Draw a card. Oh! 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 Goodness. Goodness. Now what? It's... Oh, we don't have an Eldrazi to go with it. So I think we just have to... I think our only play... We kill this. Try to block. And I think we just have to... Play Primal Druid. Harness Lightning the Lord. We're staying alive, just barely. So we have the Kozilek's return. So now we have more outs. We could draw Radiant Flames, but we need a... We need another Elder Deep Fiend. We need Deep Fiend. I don't think we can attack. We're just going to die. Hey, welcome, Hodge. Good to have you. Alright. Our opponent has 6 cards in hand. They can flip their Westville Abbey. It would require sacking their entire board, mostly. And that's a little risky, because we have Ishkana. I actually hope they flip into... I hope they flip. I don't know how we beat that long term, but that gives us the most... That gives us a lot more chances short term. I mean, the problem is this is still only 2 damage. So we could draw, though... Now we can draw, like, another Kozilek's return. Would be super sweet. A... Radiant Flames would be super sweet. Yeah, I mean, we can play Ishkana and just try to chump to buy time. There's Diagraph Colossus. Pretty big. And another Lord. Well, that does not buy as much time. We're right at the end. Ishkana. So we got a sack. We got to draw a Deep Fiend off the top. That's our only out here. I mean, we're dead. We can only kill 2 creatures. I mean, yeah. Brawl's Expertise wouldn't save us here either. We needed to be able to get Kozilek's return from the graveyard, so I won't scoop so you can see that we're dead, but we're dead. I mean, they give it menace, they attack, they've drawn so many cards. I mean, I'll play it out, but I think all they have to do is tap their Lord to give menace and we die. I'm pretty confident that that does it with this board. And they got 7 cards in hand, if it doesn't. We couldn't harness Lightning the Lord because we didn't have enough energy. It's got 5 toughness, and we only got 1 extra energy, so we can only do 4 damage. Well, I mean, you never know. The problem is, long term, even if somehow our opponent messes up and we don't die here, we're still basically in the same position as last time, where we need to top deck Elder Deep Fiend, and all that, and at this point, it just kind of buys us a turn, because our opponent has 6 cards in hand. So I'm not even sure that Elder Deep Fiend sweep our opponent's board is game-winning anymore. It would have been game-winning most likely a few turns ago, but at this point, I'm not sure it is. Yeah, I assume we're dead on board here. I haven't actually bothered to count. I assume they just give everything menace and attack. We can block Metallic Mimic. We can block 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. So we block 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7. We take 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, we're way more than dead on board here. I don't know. This is, in all honesty, this is why I typically scoop if I know I'm dead. Because I don't know if I've ever gotten an opponent to have an obvious kill and just not done it. And since we're not scooping, our opponent is taking full value. An opponent passes. All right. Well, that was our opponent not killing us. We get to play a land. So I guess we're still sort of drawing live. We have to... I have no idea what's going on, but we have to draw Elder Deep Fiend off the top. One shot. It's a forest. I mean, we'll play another Ishkana. I still won't scoop, but we're still dead on board. We're dead on board even if we kill the Lord. We're dead on board. We're dead on board, dead on board. Just dead, dead, dead on board. The problem with Kozilek's Return is it kills 2 creatures. Yeah, maybe we should have attacked with Ishkana. That would be sweet if our opponent just never attacks and we could Ishkana. Remember, Ishkana costs 7. It costs us 7 mana, so we would have just drained for 3 because we couldn't have played the other Ishkana. Yeah, we really need, if we're gonna do that, we need this Kozilek's Return to be a full board wipe, not just kill a couple of their creatures and most of our creatures. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I still think we probably should have scooped 10 minutes ago. Because we still can't win. I mean, if our opponent decides not to kill us again, we can drain for 7. I mean, I'm not going to scoop, but we are still dead on board. Bantu's Last Reckoning could be good. Opponent plays a land. Yeah, I guess it's possible. I don't know how you could be... Well, I guess it's Moto. So I was going to say I don't know how you can be 3-0 in a league and not know about Menace on your Lord. But Moto's pairing systems are sometimes kind of sketchy. I'm not going to scoop. I'm not going to scoop. Yeah, our opponent would have to draw 1 card and choose to not kill us again. I believe in myself. I can't believe our opponent's not killing us yet. They're also... Maybe they don't understand why we haven't scooped, because they know that I scoop usually. So maybe they're trying to figure out, like, why I haven't scooped already, and they think there's something crazy happening. Second Kozilek's Return is not good enough anymore. Okay, kills our Rogue Refiner. The opponent did know about Menace. Nope, just kidding. Undoes. Oh, alright. Oh my goodness. Our opponent knew about it the whole time. Why didn't they just do it? Opponent, good God. Oh, alright. Well, we're not getting back that 15 minutes of our lives. Wait, let's see. Got my standard deck, won't rotate. It's Sultai Converge, Splashing Black for removal. And Windy Constrictor. Alright, so we dropped to 3-1. On to last round of our league. Ooh. Skyrider Elf Winding Constrictor. That's pretty spicy. Oh, the only thing you would want to be aware of, Woodland Wanderer will rotate. But it looks pretty fun. I'm a big Elder Deep Fiend fan. Alright, well, the dream is dead. But we got one more round, and we got one treasure chest locked in. So, one more round to go. Hopefully finish strong with the 4-1. I feel like that matchup is not as bad as it looked. I feel like we are good in that matchup, and it just didn't work. Yes, rotation is at Ixalan. Yeah, nothing rotates until this fall. Grilled cheese! Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. I feel like the zombie matchup isn't bad. It just didn't work out that time. We were on the draw, which was a huge problem game 1, because we got buried by the Lord, and then game 2, we were super close to piecing it together, but we were like a turn off or something. But we were super close to just wrathing and winning. We just could never get the right cards at the right time. Best deck under $200 in standard. Oh, geez. I'd have to look at the list of decks. I think there's actually quite a few that are in the $200 range. I mean, like, Green-Black Energy, Temur Energy is under. Green-Black Energy is just over. Green-Red Pummeler. I guess right now I would probably just say Temur Energy. It's actually a really powerful deck, but it is under $164 in paper, so I guess I would go with that. What's up, Miss A Banditos? How goes it tonight? Opponent, I don't know what they're doing. Oh no. Is this New Perspectives? Whenever I see cycling lands, I immediately become paranoid that it's New Perspectives. Because I don't know how we beat New Perspectives with this deck. I guess Deep Fiend's tapping down lands. If we see an off-color cycling land here... I mean, even just 2 cycling lands. Alright, opponent passes. Well, let's grapple with the past. We'll get... 3 card types. I guess we'll take Ishkana. We got enough lands, so that's fine. It might be New Perspectives. We'll see what our opponent does here. If it's a creature deck, we're in pretty good shape. If it's New Perspectives, it could be a crazy Samet build. Let's Rogue Refiner, draw a card. Yeah, it could be like Naya Midrange or something, Naya creatures. Well, our opponent didn't cycle, so it's almost certainly not New Perspectives. Oh no, Weirding Wood! It's almost certainly is New Perspectives. Oh, it's New Perspectives. Well, this is going to be super interesting. I'm not sure how we do this. 4 mana, so they're 2 turns away from killing us. Let's get in. Let's play a Rogue Refiner. It's all about Elder Deep Fiend. We gotta chain Elder Deep Fiends to keep them from casting New Perspectives. That's our game plan here. Yeah, I mean, New Perspectives is another deck that has gotten better with the bannings. Oh, that's another land. And Sweltering Suns. Well, there's a Deep Fiend. Well, we play Ishkana. Pass and hope. Pass and hope that we don't die here. They need untap land and new perspectives, and we die. Yeah, once you see Weirding Wood, you know that it's the only deck that plays Weirding Wood in all these cycling lands is new perspectives, so pretty much know it at that point. Let's go attacking, hit our opponent. We might be able to tempo them out, though. So let's see. One, play this, crack this. Yeah, play Vessel. Play Sanctum. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Uh-oh. Chef and Monitor. Alright, there's the land, but we get to Deep Fiend. We don't quite have lethal, though. Well, we're not dead yet. We get to Elder Deep Fiend to tap our opponent down, but we don't get to kill them next turn, unfortunately. So we still need to survive another turn after that. Opponent sacks the clue. So, Elder Deep Fiend, sack Ishkana. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, they still have the fog, so I don't think that fog is... Because of the fogs, I don't think that we're guaranteed to win doing it that way. So my thinking was that we needed to try to hit another Elder Deep Fiend for the following turn. But maybe it would have been better. Yeah, our opponent has commit, so, I mean, we're definitely... Yeah, there's commit. So we definitely would not have won no matter what we did. Plays an island. We do get to crack Vessel, get our Elder Deep Fiend. Mill an Elder Deep Fiend. That's not ideal. Draw Rogue Refiner. Well, get in with our spiders. Play Rogue Refiner. Draw a card. Man, this is going to be close. Cape Blunt's Punk, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Pass the turn, do the same thing. Elder Deep Fiend. Emerge off Rogue Refiner. Tap down some lands. Get the green lands. So we're presenting lethal if our opponent has nothing. We're also tapping their green mana. Wow, okay. So they need to untap green source just to fog, or he might steal this win. Now we might be winning this turn. Opponent passes. We draw island. Well, attack with everything. Is this it? Did we get it? This should be exactly 8. Now we don't get it. Cycles, untaps, fogs. Now it's game. Yep. Play tracker. Play island. Get a clue. Sack the clue. See if we can luck into a Deep Fiend. Nope, just more Kozilek's Return, which are the deadest of dead cards. And this is it. So, yeah. Alright, well, this is where... Seems like we played a lot of games where we don't do anything lately. Opponent plays New Perspectives. So, we'll sit through the combo this time, because some people have maybe never seen it before, but if we get into this position in Game 2, we're just going to scoop. Because the odds of this combo fizzling from this position is... It's extremely slim. We played this stack a bunch of times, and the odds of fizzling are basically like, I don't know, 2% maybe? It's very small that this deck could actually fizzle from here. Well, I mean, that's what this deck does. Their whole plan is to cycle into New Perspective, so I'm not super surprised that they have it. It keeps going quiet? Did that just start happening, or has that been doing it the whole time? Can you hear me now? Is it doing it right now? I'm curious about the sound thing now. Alright, well, let me know if if something's going weird, let me know. Alright, so basically our opponent cycles, makes a ton of mana, and then they will... Oh, I might have messed something up and hit something wrong. That's a good point, the Command Tower. How are you tonight, Command Tower? So, if you've never seen this before, we might as well talk about the combo while our opponent's killing us. Basically, New Perspectives lets you cycle for free, and you get to draw 3 cards. You gotta have 7 cards in hand, but since you draw 3, you almost always do. Opponent's up to 18 cards in hand, so you just cycle everything. You use Shadow of the Grave to get back your cyclers after you cast them a bunch, and then you use Vizier of Tumbling Sands to untap your land with Weirding Wood on it. And you do that a bunch of times, and that generates enough mana that you can cast Approach of the Second Sons, untap your lands again, cast Approach of the Second Sons again after cycling a bunch more times to get it after it goes back in your library. Oh, thank you, Marvin. Well, I'm glad you like it. You started Commander streaming the Command Tower? Awesome. Yes, Glorious End is so good against this deck. We have a bit of stuff in the sideboard. We don't have an insane amount, but we can bring in the negates. This deck does scoop to a lot of hate, and we're pretty close to tempoing them out with Elder Deep Fiends when we have a lot of dead cards. Like our Kozilek's Returns, which are so good against the top tier decks of the format, are just literally dead cards in this matchup. So you saw the first Approach of the Second Sun there. Went ahead and created a deck on the website so we can post it here, and you don't have to hunt it down. Oh, thank you, John. That makes it super easy. Ooh, Odric. That's spicy. That looks pretty good. It reminds me of the deck. It does remind me of the deck that we did for the Instant Deck Tech today. Obviously a little bit different, but same idea, the mono white. And not all just super weenie creatures, but some bigger creatures too. Any plan to do Archenemy Nicol Bolas Commander Clash? No player, no restriction on Nicol Bolas. Oh, 1 player. The problem is it's not on Magic Online. So our opponent killed us, as predicted. We don't have that much sideboard stuff. We get 2 negates and I guess 2 dispels. And go down the Kozilek's Returns. I guess Manglehorn is a dead card, so we might as well go down that. Do we have any other... Baral's Expertise is pretty dead. Maybe Bounty? Jeez. Oh, this might just be a horrible matchup. Hey, see you, Spell Queller. What's up, Fiddler Drum? Oh, man. Yeah? Well, run it back. I guess we can bring in the Dragon Master Outcast. That might, well, Bounty's fine. Bounty draws us cards. So I guess we just got to try to kill our opponent and hope we have a negate. That's basically it. The problem is Outcast doesn't start making pressure until turn 6 at least. Confiscation doesn't actually steal anything relevant. It only hits artifacts and creatures, and they don't cast creatures unless it's Sphinx, which is hexproof, and they don't have artifacts. It only bounces artifacts or creatures, unfortunately. What time is it? Yeah, there's not going to be Momir tonight. We're already running pretty late, and we're still got another game or two to go. So, seems like no Momir tonight, but hopefully Momir on Thursday. Try to play a deck that's fast enough that we can get in some Momir on Thursday. What do you think of Solemnity and Decree of Silence combo in EDH? Seems pretty miserable to play against. I mean, you can do anything in EDH, so I'm sure it's playable by EDH standards, but I don't know. I mean, it's definitely pretty interesting. There's a lot of cool combos. Glacial Chasm's another good one. Yeah, if it was any non-land permanent, it would be... Actually, I don't even know if it would be good then. The problem with New Perspectives is when it resolves, we die. There's no... If you can get it with, like, Cast Out with the trigger on the stack, it's fine. But there's usually no untap, play a sorcery after your opponent casts a New Perspectives. That's just the game. So, yeah, Decree of Silence just makes it so people can't cast spells, right? Alright, Sanctum and Vessel. Pass the turn. Let me see, Missy Banditos. Inertia's Web. Ooh, it's like Graveyard Empty combos. That's actually really sweet. I've seen the Helm Leyline combo before, but I hadn't really thought about Web of Inertia. That's actually a really sweet addition to it. Rogue Refiner. Well, let's just Lumbering Falls. I think we need to get down a creature as fast as possible. Pass the turn. And we want to be digging for Deep Fiends, I think. Whew, so this is it. Can we pick up this game, force a game 3, and a chance to 4-1? Tireless Tracker, okay. Well, play Rogue Refiner. Draw a card. More Rogue Refiners. I want to do Sama Elfball EDH. Ooh, yeah, the haste is super powerful. There's a land. Well, let's get in with Rogue Refiner. Hit our opponent. Play... We gotta hope they don't have Sweltering Suns. That would be bad. Play Tireless Tracker. Play a land. Get a clue. Pass the turn. What did... Oh, we just lost to Zombies. Mono Black Zombies. And I wouldn't be surprised if we lose to the New Perspectives. We're not set up to beat this deck very well. We have very minimal interaction with what they're doing. See ya, Counter Cleric. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back on Thursday with another one. Also, Against the Odds coming up tomorrow. Throne of the God Pharaoh in Standard. Yeah, Sweltering Suns would be pretty good for our opponent. Opponent passes. We draw a land. Well, let's attack with both creatures. No Sweltering Suns, apparently. Hit our opponent to 11. Play Tireless Tracker. Play a Mountain. I mean, we're really hoping they don't have Sweltering Suns. Pass the turn. If they don't have Sweltering Suns, they got to start fogging, or we're actually just going to win? What do you think of green? Oh, no. Really? Does our opponent just have it? If they have untapped land, new perspectives, I'm going to be so sad. Opponent does have Sweltering Suns. Wow. So did they slow roll that, or did they just top deck it? And is that game? Seems likely. Negate? Not a negate. Sanctum doesn't help. Yeah? Well... Okay, play Sanctum. Pass the turn. So, I think our only out here is to double crack clues to try to find negate. That's the way we can draw the most cards to see negate. Maybe leaving mana up means our opponent won't go for it. Alright. Crack a clue. Grapple. Crack a clue. Ishkana. Vessel. Take an Elder Deep Fiend. Hope we draw land. Land? Negate? We didn't mill a negate. There's a land. Alright, this gives us another potential out. Rogue Refiner. Draws us a card. Pass the turn. So now we can go back on the Elder Deep Fiend plan to some extent. Cycles. Untaps. Alright, Elder Deep Fiend. Sack Rogue Refiner. Tap, 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 tap. Yeah, I think we got a sack. Get an Elder Deep Fiend. Yeah, we got every grapple. Does our opponent have Censor, is the next question. If they don't, then we can keep chaining Deep Fiends. If they do, things get sketchy. Alright, no Censor. Back to being in the game. So now we can start grappling and doing that and pressuring. Opponent's down to 11. Primal Druid. Well, get in with Deep Fiend. Hit our opponent. Down to 6. Play Tracker. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Cycles. Maybe. We're presenting lethal. So we Elder Deep Fiend. Sack Elder Deep Fiend. Tap blue, tap green. This time we can't be censored. And we kind of have double lethal because of Lumbering Falls. Yeah, we have all the grapples, every grapple. We lost to Zombies, Hellscream. Opponent's tanking. Hey, see you, Bacon, Bacon Dragon. Have a good night. What's our opponent's... Alright, floating all their mana. Right now we're playing against New Perspectives combo. Opponent cycles a Vizier. Alright, untaps the green mana. But we can just grapple back another Deep Fiend and do it again. Hey, see ya, Kythion Laura. Have a good night. Do I play Legacy? A little bit. Not as much as other formats, but I do like it. So that was all in our opponent's upkeep. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Opponent passes, discards a sensor. Well, go attacking. Opponent's gonna fog, I'm sure. There's the fog. This is okay, though, because we get to grapple. Get back Elder Deep Fiend. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Instant replay. Elder Deep Fiend. Sack Elder Deep Fiend. Tap, 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 tap. Opponent's gonna float their mana. Yep. Cycles a Sheffit monitor. Gets a forest. How many Haze of Pollens can they possibly have? And when will we draw Negate? We lost a Dispel. Yeah, we get to keep grappling. I think we just got to keep doing this, though. The problem is our opponent's slowly building up their mana to where they're going to be able to... Yep. Where they're going to be able to do it through a Elder Deep Fiend. Alright, well, let's grapple. I guess we could just draw a counter would be the easiest. If we just draw a counter, we counter the fog and win. Grapple. Get back Deep Fiend. Didn't mill anything relevant. Come on, negate off the top to finish this game. Oh, it's negate. Alright. Wow. Wow, we got there. Attack. When our opponent fogs, we can negate. Whoo! Thank goodness. Oh, this matchup is so brutal. Okay, well, we got there. Our negate came through. Whoo! Alright, run it back. This is what we got. This is what we got. 1-1, playing for the 4-1. So many treasure chests on the line. When will the multiplayer commander ban list be updated? I think it goes with the normal ban list, I thought. But I'm not 100% sure. Have I ever lost to New Perspectives? I think this might be the first time. We got a negate. This hand is not good, but negate is good. So I think we keep it just based on that and hope we draw stuff to go with it. Negate's our single best card. I never lose 2 New Perspectives, and yes, I never get beat by New Perspectives, and I never lose playing New Perspectives. Actually, I'm sure if I kept playing it now, I would lose a lot more. But when we played against odds, it went super well. Well, let's just Evolving Wilds. Could use some early game creatures for emerging. Pass the turn. Forest for our opponent. Do they got the Weirding Wood? That's the big question. They do. Well, crack this. Grab an island. Come on, creature. Rogue Refiner. That'd be the best. Well, play Vessel. Play Ether Hub. Pass the turn. The problem is, we're getting to the point where we're not going to be able to play a creature because we're going to have to leave up mana to not get comboed. Ooh, Opponent misses land drop. Oh man, maybe the streak can continue. Crack Vessel. Well, I mean, it's bounty time. Oh boy, I can't believe we're doing this, but Mountain. Oh, alright. Well, you know what? We're still gonna bounty. Wait, they could combo us. They cycle, draw an untapped land off the top. What are the odds of that? It's gotta be so incredibly low. It's gotta be so low. They chef it, then they have to have an untapped land. We're doing it. We're playing Bounty. The upside of Bounty is it lets us World Breaker and get rid of the Weirding Woodland, and that is huge. So this is it. We're shields down. Oh, alright. Opponent censors. So that means our opponent's definitely not comboing this turn. Cracks the clue. That worked out fine. I mean, I would have liked it, but... Opponent plays a land. So play Sanctum. Oh no. There's no way our opponent's going to censor to keep us off mana. Okay. Rogue Refiner down. We draw a grapple. Pass the turn. Now we sit on our negate, and we can grapple. There's a Sheffet Monitor. Well, if our opponent's going for it, it's probably this turn. Oh man, this is going to be super close. Yeah, we get the energy. I was worried that our opponent was going to censor the Rogue Refiner to keep us off negate, and we couldn't have not paid because of the energy. Alright, apparently our opponent does not have it, so we get to grapple. And we'll just take an Ether Hub, I think. Ooh, double negate. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Odds increasing. Get in with Rogue Refiner. Play Primal Druid. 2 negates is super huge. Have you heard of the Commander Versus series on SCG? In a more recent video, you guys' playgroup was mentioned as being the only group to ever on camera complete a Cauldron set. Have you ever considered having Justin Purnell or Steve Green join as a guest on Commander Clash? I think that's an awesome idea, and we probably are the only time that anyone has assembled Cauldron. And that's only because Temur is super persistent. Temur spent so many matches trying to assemble it and having it not work out, but I will give him credit for that. Had some crazy success with this deck in Modern. Alright, pass the turn. Ooh, yeah, that actually does look pretty good. The Bushwhackers. Bushwhackers super powerful in Modern. Are they going for it? Is this it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We let it go. Get a land. We will take a forest. Opponent passes. Now we just want to land so we can hardcast a Deep Fiend. Alright, there's Ether Hub. Pass the turn. Alright. So we just pass, leave up our negates, and then we can Elder Deep Fiend to get a threat down. The problem is, if we emerged off Refiner, our opponent would have had 6 mana left that they could have New Perspectives and beat us if they had it. And we wouldn't have had Negate up. So I think that line was just too risky. We are going to do this. If our opponent can counter it, they can counter it. Tap, 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 tap. Useless F2 button. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoops here for our new subscriber. Get another Deep Fiend. Is our opponent going to censor it? I mean, this is a fast clock. We might be... I feel like things have turned in our favor. Oh, man. What episode was it did it get assembled? It was a little while ago now. I don't remember the episode off the top of my head, but it was a couple months ago. Alright, opponent censors. Sure. Folds a bunch of mana. Cycles Vizier. What is our opponent doing? This is so odd. They can't play New Perspectives. They're just gonna get back their Vizier? Okay. I guess this is like a weird mini combo. Cycles. Opponent's getting a little low on time. Gets the cards back, so back to 7 cards in hand. Well, play Rogue Refiner. Get some energy, draw a card. Pass the turn. Man, this has been a super close matchup. They play kind of a lot of basics. I think like 7 maybe, because they want to search them out. With Sheffet Monitor. Opponent's down to 6 minutes. Timing out is becoming... It might have been... That sounds right. Alright, J. Kang. Thank you. Yeah, episode 29, apparently, is the one where Temur finally got Cauldra. Well, it looks like opponent has it, and they're trying to figure out if they should go for it. Another Weirding Wood. Okay. Sure. And opponent passes. Play the Forest. Get in with Rogue Refiner. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. Actually, you know what? I don't think we upkeep. Sack's the clue. I think we just wait. Hardcast Elder Deep Fiend. Trust that we can counter our way through the New Perspectives. Opponent cycles. Cycles. And I don't really like winning by time, but in this case, it might actually be paying off. I know, we're so close. So close to the 100K. It's so exciting. Well, let's cast Elder Deep Fiend. Tap the green mana. This match has been so grindy. Well, thank you, Maloney. I'm glad I'm glad you think so. I definitely appreciate it. This has ended up being a pretty interesting game somehow, which you don't usually expect against New Perspectives. Opponent taps their mana. Alright, here goes mini combo. Well, we're just gonna have 6. We can't do anything, so... They can't kill us here. They can't play any finishers at instant speed. They can play random stuff and generate value, but they can't actually beat us. Who gets the 100k plaque? That's a good question, the kid Joey. I actually don't know. Well, go attacking. 2 turns, 2-turn clock if we can stay alive. Hit our opponent. Play Vessel. Play Lumbering Falls. Crack Vessel. There's an Elder Deep Fiend. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Yeah, double negate should make it so we can't lose. When's the last time we went 5-0? I don't know. I think it's been a while. There's New Perspectives. So we negate it. Opponent negates back. So do we just negate again, or do we wait and try to catch a counter piece? Combo piece. Yeah, I guess we just go for it. If they got 2 negates... Yeah, it looks like they got it. They got commit to memory. Or something. And then that's game. Cycles? Well, maybe they don't have it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, let's just draw Dispel off the top. Dispel off the top 1 time, deck. Now, opponent's going to do it right now. There's Haze. Well, I think we World Breaker. Goodness. So World Breaker. Get rid of one of the Weirding Woodlands. Pass the turn. Stop on our opponent's upkeep. I don't know if this is enough now. Elder Deep Fiend. Sack World Breaker. Tap, 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 tap. I think we're still just dead anyway. They have enough mana that they can kill us through it. I think we're still very likely to lose right here. I think would be shocking if we didn't lose. Because our opponent can just play New Perspectives and they win. Bonus cycles. They just got too much mana. Well, remember, they can just untap their swamp with Vizier, so it doesn't really matter. The other thing is they have the mana. Yeah, I mean, this is it. Here comes New Perspectives, and that's the game. Alright. Well, looks like we end with the 3-1. So we put up a good fight, but things just did not work out in the end. So, yeah, New Perspectives, we don't have enough cards to really interact with New Perspectives, unfortunately. I think they have the time. I think they have plenty of time. Maybe not. Should I scoop if that's the other question? I don't really want to win just because our opponent timed out. Could our opponent not win here? That's another question. We tried to negate New Perspectives twice, but our opponent had 2 counters. Well, I mean, to be sporting, I mean. So you think fizzling is a realistic possibility? They might not... Being down so many Viziers, they might actually not be able to win. How many Viziers do they actually have? 1? Oh, they have 3? Oh, they should be able to. I don't think they're going to win in time, though. Yeah, I guess that's true. Well... I don't feel great about winning this way, but I guess it's a win. We definitely didn't do anything to make that happen. We were playing quickly, so well, we ended up with a 4-1. Let me change the record on the screen. So we lost to zombies. We beat New Perspectives in an insane game when our opponent ended up timing out. And the deck, I think, is actually pretty sweet. It actually went pretty well. So let's open up our treasure chest. See what we get. We get 4 chests for our 4-1. So 4 chances to get the 2 ports. We got to open 2 ports in a row to match up with. I can't remember who it was now. But all right, 2 ports in a row. Our lucky chests. 4 to go. So here it goes. 4 chests. 4 of 4. We get... Ooh. Whoa. What are the odds? I don't think this is a very valuable chest, but the old... I mean, this looks like a deck I would play. I just got like 10% of my modern deck. The whole Masterpiece, the Wrath of God, non-Masterpiece, the Wrath of God, and Pithing Needle. Sweet. They might be worth a little something. Wrath of God. Is it actually worth anything? Invocation, Wrath of God, 3 ticks. 9th edition, it's like 2 ticks, and then Pithing Needle is what? 1.64 tick. So actually, that was a pretty good chest. We'll take it. We'll take it. Also, just sweet that we get Wrath, and Pithing Needle. So off to a good start. 3 to go. Still, that's not a port, and definitely not 2 ports in a row. Followed up with Unsubstantiate, Gravity Navigator, 20 play points. So that's like 2 ticks. Okay, not great. No port. Ooh, Summoner's Pact. Summoner's Pact's gotta be worth something. It hasn't been reprinted in a while. It's played in Modern. 4.87 ticks. Okay. Also Laboratory Brute and Oblivion Strike. All right, well, this is it. This is our last chance to get an awesome treasure chest for tonight. This is it. This is it. Come on. Come on. Port. We got the Nummy. Newmont the Devastator. Essence Depleter, and Tormenting Voice. So overall, I think our chests were not bad. We could have sold them for like 9 tickets, I think. And I think we got more than that from the Wrath of Gods, Pithy Needle, Summoner's Pact. Plus, it was pretty sweet to open double Wraths, including a Masterpiece Wrath. So, not bad, not bad. So deck was pretty sweet. I think the deck is actually really good. I think we probably maybe would have lost to New Perspectives if they have more time on their clock or played faster. We did legitimately lose to Zombies. So, I don't know, but we also did really well in the other matchups. So, anyway, it's been a long one, so I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Wow, it's almost 10:30 already. Very long one by our standards. So, reminder, check out the MTG Goldfish replay YouTube if you want to check back on this stream or any of the old streams. The YouTube channel will have daily spoiler videos coming up tomorrow, along with Against the Odds coming out tomorrow night, featuring Throne of the God Pharaoh, and the merch page, where you can get tickets and tokens, and playmats, and all that sweet stuff to support the stream and the channel and the site. Oh my goodness, 325! You all are crazy, but I definitely, I appreciate it. So big thanks to everyone who subbed. Thanks to the donators tonight. Big thanks to you. Thanks to everyone who hung out. It was a ton of fun. And I don't know, check out the YouTube in between. I'll be back there tomorrow, and we'll be back here on Thursday with another one. Hopefully play a bit quicker of a deck so we can squeeze in some Momir before the end of the stream on Thursday. So have an awesome night, everyone. Thank you so much for being awesome, and I will talk to you soon.